Oh my god, hopefully good. Hopefully good. Good groggledy moggly. Oh my good gracious. Yo, could be very how do. Menacing pink, how do. Thunder, I am thoroughly enjoying my kneecaps. Thoroughly. Don't come for them. It's a crime. It's not allowed. Oh my good gracious. Oh man, I hope Gred feels better, dude. Yo, oh my good gracious. Sniffer supremacy indeed. Yo. Oh my good gracious. MJ, how do? Pergameth, how do? Yeah, I'm here. Oh my god, insert noises of existence? I mean, that you say screaming. I say joyous laughter. You know, some people might scream when they came into existence. Me, I laughed. Just ha like that, like a very fake sounding laugh. That's what I did when I came into existence 17 billion years ago. It was a wild time, you know. Dodgers just won the World Series. Whew. Gee willikers, my god. Oh my good gracious, Boyd, how are you? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Oh my god, oh my god. No, we're not going back to that. We're not. I refuse. All right, listen, chatters, you guys may be awesome, but we're not going back to that. Hey, bada bing, bada boom. You laugh the same way King Charles probably says peasants. Which one? Which King Charles? The one during the Cromwell revolt and civil war? The second one that also had a civil war? Or this third one who has yet to have a civil war? Which one? The current one? My god. Well, no, he'd say, Camilla. Like that. That's how he'd laugh. I don't, Camilla, the peasants. It's her name's Camilla, right? Yes, it absolutely is. Camilla. He talks so funny. I mean, not like funny, like haha, just kind of like, oh, it's a little strange. It's not a way to say English words. I mean, I suppose it's like the real way you're meant to say English words. They also, like people like that though, with the received pronunciation, they say lots of those words really weird. Like they say power, like instead of saying like power, they go like pa, like it sounds like they're saying pa, but like just with a bit more of a drawl to it. They go, I've been trusted with immense power, and it's like that. What do you? It's not a real word. That's not. They say power, and it's very. Anyway, the authority and power, and I go, my God, unorthodox display of hubris, but very well indeed. Unorthodox. I think you'll find in this chat, it's very orthodox that I display much hubris at a constant rate. It's honestly more alarming than anything. I probably should not. I probably show too much hubris on a day-to-day, you know? Like, it feels like it might be a little too much hubris on my part sometimes. But, you know, que sera, sera. What are you gonna do? Whatever will be, will be. Oh my good gracious. Alright, Napster, you've got 100 seconds to prove you're better working noise than Punk playlist. What? What do you mean? Wait, what? I got 100 seconds to what? Excuse me? Yo, hello, Idla. Aldo. Sleep time. Now, you got 100 seconds to prove you are better workout noise than Edge Punk playlist. Like that I have a better playlist to work out to? I mean, like, I don't think anybody should work out to what I work out to. It'll drive you insane. It's not a good... Like, I don't recommend working out to what I work out to. It's not exactly viable for I think most people. That's not like a flex in the slightest. That's genuinely, I just listen to like weird things. Edward's great collection of recommended music. Oh, well, I mean, if it works for you, then that's the more important bit, man. I mean, the more important thing is, like, if you find something that works for you. How are you? I'm doing fantastic. I'm living La Vida Loca. Life's good. I can't complain. No, you sound better than the music. Oh, for me to be better than the music. Oh, well, in that case, I am better than the music. You know, I'm vibing. What do you want me to do? You want me to yell at you? You want me to drop and give me 30. 1. a 2, a 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you doing them? You better be. You better be doing. You better have dropped and given me however many push-ups. Corner Yo. Nap works out to Spider-Man theme the entire time. Just know it. That is not true. That is not true in the slightest. How dare you? Actually, that might work though. But no, I don't. I should, but I don't. That would be more reasonable, actually. Gets on the like present, plays the Prowler theme from Into the Spider-Verse. Oh, just the like just that noise. Oh my god. Chicken, would you like to know what I listen to for music? Sorry, this is just such a funny like way to slide into the conversation. Would you like to know what I do? Oh my god. The what was I gonna do? He used to be Skeleton. Oh my god. Yeah, he used to. I think Pink just listens to like a villain playlist or something from YouTube. I'm like 90% sure that's what Pink does. I could be wrong, but that's what happened a lot. Like the bot was used a lot for that. I don't know if that was to work out, but either way, Jenners, we have a lot to do today. We have a lot to do. As you can probably tell from the title, you know, we have some items to seize. What are we seizing? The means of production. But what does that mean? It means we got to get a bunch of resources, chatters. We've got to get a bunch of resources. Okay, that's actually not at all what that means. But I thought it was a snappier title than, hey, let's go on a little shopping expedition. You know? Because we're also not really shopping either. I'm just stripping the land of all that it will give me. You know? Because, well, I can. So I guess that's the why. I guess that's the why. I fell. But yeah, so that's the general plan today. Cause I was talking about it on the last stream where I was like, maybe I really should just bite the bullet and go, you know, collect a whole bunch of material. Maybe I should just go collect the material again because it's been so long since I've just like had a lot of material to work with. We'll get like a little bit done normally in stream and then go collect some and then get a little bit done in stream, then go collect some. And so I thought, why don't we just go on a little expedition? Just a small one, just a smidge. I mean, it's not gonna be far. Well, the first thing we're gonna do is mine a bit. I thought getting this organized and then going mining for a little bit is a great way for us to get some stone, some cobblestone. Because we're gonna need a lot of cobblestone. We surprisingly have very little cobblestone. How that makes sense, I really couldn't tell you. I guess we do use a lot now that I look around myself. I suppose we do use a good bit of cobble. So I guess it's not like entirely insane for this to be the case, but even still, it feels like we don't use that much. But I guess we must. Oh, Mark, we hardly knew ye. Mark. You were such a brave king. You were such a good man. Oh, sacrificed it all for us. You know that? Poor Mark. Oh my good gracious. I'm sorry, you know what about me? I totally disregarded chat for a second. I know Nap actually listens to Popeye's theme and He-Man interchangeably because he thinks it'll give him better gains. Absolutely not! How dare you? I don't even know. What is He-Man's music? What is that? All I know is the like, I have the power, He-Man. And that's just from Robot Chicken that I know that. 200 Snap channels on 2 times low volume. Let's go. Main music is indeed the villain playlist and the one that makes everyone go around. Okay, Pog. Rock and Stone. Exactly, King. Exactly. Mark was named with a typing quirk. R1. Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys named him. What do you mean? That's not even up to me. You named him. You named him Mark. My good gracious. But anyway, so let's go up to our little abode. We're gonna empty the inventory from everything that we're not gonna need. All right, and then the expedition shall begin. But yeah, how you been, chatters? Long time no see. It's been like what, 2 days? It's been like nearly 3 full days. Oh my god, it's almost been 72 hours. That's not allowed. That's insane. I don't want it to be 72 hours. M Fork. Oh my god. It's actually M Fork. Oh my good gracious. Mark is named. Wownap didn't even read the last music listened to. L plus ratio. I've decided. What will it be? I don't know. The entire cast album of Chicago. That's what you listen to. I wouldn't put it past you. I wonder how Mark feels better than. Good Lord, Thunder, leave his knees alone. He's just a man. You let him rest in peace. He gave his life for us. My good gracious. Out here, just absolute rapscallion you are, trying to besmirch this poor man's name. Tisk, you know, tisk. I'll take those. I don't need these rails, but do I have anywheres for rails currently? I don't think so. So we're gonna put them here with the other kind of redstone-y stuff. Then this redstone dust can go here. I'm gonna take a little bit of that because I'm gonna need to make some torches. Seeds can go up there. These flowers will go over here with the other flowers. Yes, of course. The smooth stone. There. Yo, Killer Aldo! All that jazz, exactly. Currently reading stories about aliens buying the Earth on the black market on Reddit. Fun. I mean, yo, that does kind of sound fun. Not gonna lie, that's pretty fun. Was the only show I did in full in high school. Very fun. Ayo, Pog. That doesn't need to be in there. And these bricks can go here, I guess, for now. And we'll keep some wood on ourselves, but not the oak. We'll keep like a little bit of birch just in case. Put the bones away because we don't need bones. Move that down there. Put that like that. That tulip isn't meant to be there. My God, this has become an expedition in just organizing. That'll go there. Supports communism, you heard it here first. Well, I mean, I didn't say I support communism. I didn't say who was getting the means of production. I said I'm seizing the means of production for me and you. That would be the emperor and the gods. I don't think that's very communist of me, if I do say so myself. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm like fairly certain that would not count to most people as being like a communist thing to do. Just saying. Just saying, my guy. Alright, and now let's make some torches. Yeah, we'll just do that for now. Well, I don't really need the dirt. You know, I thought I would. The more I think on it, the less I want it. But that should be down there, and I won't need this hoe because I don't think we're gonna find anything to farm down there. That's not really where that goes, but I'm sure it's fine for now. Finally bit the bullet and updated the fic I haven't touched in almost a year. Oh, and the chapter I finished was actually already half written. I just forgot about it. Oh, yo, Bob. How's your voice feeling today? How's my voice today? Why? I don't like that question. I don't like that question specifically. I mean, if it sounds off, then yeah, probably that would make sense. But don't worry about it. Apparently a 10-bedroom castle in Scotland cost just 700,000 more than a 2,000 square foot home in my area. Give me the production means, Emperor Man.
Oh, well, Edward, what you're missing there is that also the cost to heat this castle and the upkeep cost would make it be a lot more expensive.
I apologize. I was impersonating. I don't know. Listen. It's been a long weekend. And you know what? I saw a TikTok the other day that was like, you know, it's probably true that a lot of for lack of a better word, like older people in your life will not understand like the value of money anymore. And I was like, and they gave like this story where they're like, you know, like boomers will probably tell you that, like, you know, like $1,000 something is like a lot of money. And don't get me wrong, it is conceptually, like conceptually, yes. But in terms of buying power, no. You know what I mean? Like in the sense that like rent in places is like, I don't know, like $2,000 or like $1,000. Like, so you know what I mean? Like, so it's like conceptually maybe, but not really compared to what it used to be. Do you know average rent in 1993, which I was looking up for a whole separate reason? Did you know that it was only like the average cost of rent was $480? $480. My God. My good Googled and Googled. Like I can't imagine. Anyway, I digress. I don't want to get into that. It's not a fun topic. Let's move on. Let's move right along. All right. Are you guys ready to burrow into the older parts of the world? The parts that are like right here. We're gonna start right here actually. Yeah, right here. And bap. We're gonna get going. Rock and stone! Exactly. Awesome. Oh, sweet Jesus! I dropped something. Sorry, I missed that American Southern. Do you think the totem undying has knees? No. Then you're not allowed to take them either, alright? Can't do either. Because of our memory. Oh my God. The totem has needs, and it needs to be left alone. Yeah. Except for by me, I'm allowed to handle it. For my future college, work on VOD's channel. Yo. You know what? I agree. I think that is valuable and important. Yes, yes. Oh my good gracious. I have decided, by the way, that we shall be leaving out the Lego video, because I thought about it a bit and I went, well, you know, all things considered, I kind of like the idea that that was like a one and done stream type deal. So we're gonna be leaving that one. So I guess 07's for that. 07's for the Lego building, but which we may do again. I don't know if we'll ever do again. I don't know. It was fun. It was calm for me, so I didn't mind that. I quite liked it, but who knows? Who knows? I got big plans for 20. I know it's weird to say, but we're still like in January and stuff like that. So I know like I'm kind of beating dead horse at this point, but I got big plans for 2023, and I'm hoping for a lot of them to come to fruition. I want to see a lot of change and the like, in just a number of ways in my own life, not just for streaming kind of thing. But I want to do some cool stuff for you guys. I want to try to like push it to like make some even more cool and interesting things for you guys to get to see and the like. Because I think that's interesting. I don't know. I respect your time, so I want to like. I only ever really want to try to produce things that I think are worth watching in that way. Cause I don't know. I kind of respect a lot the fact that you guys, you know, like hang out here and like. So for that reason, I'm like, well, I don't ever want to put anything out that I'm not like 100% happy with. Because you know, I respect your time and I want you to get good content given to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Make it private and DM is sweet link. Hell no. I haven't saved it at all. It's currently a VOD on the just on Twitch, and then and then once it's done, it is done, my friend. It is gone, done, and dusted. So the 07 isn't real. Oh! How dare you? How dare you? It was a very real 07. That's so rude of you. Respect if I'm clipping that. I've told. Wait, is that not clear? I thought that was quite clear. Like, I know you're joking. But no, genuinely, I don't know. I think quite highly of a lot of you, so well, all of you, really. I mean, that's what's interesting to me is that I don't know. I've spoken to so many other people and they've had such different experiences to streaming than I have, and I don't know what that is. And I have to I boil it down to you guys mostly. And so it's been like a really interesting time, just really enjoyable, and like I want to keep that going, and I want it to be interesting for you guys continuously, and to evolve and grow for you as you evolve and grow as people. You know what I mean? Ow. It will exist as a VOD on Twitch for the next month and a half, and then it explodes. Yeah, truly. Old man Twitch, he takes it out back, he puts it under a pressure cooker thing that he screws into the ground with big, just absolute piss off, like 5-foot deep nails that he just twists right on down, and then like a little dial on the top that he goes dink dink, and then that dial, it's not unlike a pressure cooker dial from a cartoon, as though it was over a geyser, and he just waits and waits and waits, and it starts to like expand, and even the metal starts to warp itself, and then boom, it's gone. Just like that. As though it never existed at all. Kind of amazing how it works, really. Truly, it's inspirational to see. I must say. Wait, I'm sorry. What did that say? So do you mind if maybe open up the psychic girl body? Oh my good gracious. Poggers!
What's this? 18 months.
Woo!
I've been trapped here for that long. I can't believe it. I love you all. Chat is amazing. And Napoleon definitely isn't a 13-year-old baby.
I am
named
absolutely
Florboy
not a
who's short.
13. Oh my god, I
Was
hate
that
it here.
good, Napster?
No.
Please let me have my gender back now.
No, I refuse. I stole it years ago and I'll never give it back. Listen, I am like Rumpelstiltskin of gender, alright? So until you know my real true name, you'll never get it back. L plus ratio. Oh my god. I don't honestly know what I just said. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna but thank you, Joker. Thank you so much for 18 months. That's genuinely insane, dude. I hope you're doing well. My true name, true, Gertrude. I'm now using all pronouns. Yo, Pog, dude. Congrats. Hope that goes well. Hope he's a big Pog for you. And then you steal it. Oh my god. Well, listen, that's just the way. That's just the way. You know, it's the way it is. Ain't that just the way it is? Ain't just that the way, yeah, you know. Well, can you stop moaning in the wall for me for a second while I please try? Listen, stop your grangly googles and leave me be. Good googledy moogledy, where are you? Where in good gracious are you? Are you above me? Oh, it is cobble? Huh. That's a little confusing. Ow! Well, I don't rather know what all this was. Well, excuse me. Excuse me? Don't you dare. Don't you even dare think about it. Not you too. Listen, give me that stone. I need that. For projects. Don't worry about it. What is this thing? Oh, it's like the spiders. It's like the spiders. Okay. Weird, but alright. Oh, it's got that same little face. The same little purple eyes. Actually, you know who it reminds me of?
Never mind.
I'm sure it's just tangential. I'm sure it's just a tangential connection. Nothing major. A child. No. Start coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they hit the ground running. Brain gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. What's wrong with taking the back street? Never know if you don't wow. Never know if you don't flow. Hey now. You're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. Gonna be said he's missing this L plus ratio. It's tragedy, I know. Kind of a weird little spot, not gonna lie. Bit of a peculiar little location. Seems like I might run into an old cave system of mine, actually.
Pirate's life for me.
Let me switch those out. Alright, there we go. Oh, whoa! Calm down there, buckaroo. Z Willie. Oh my god. I hate that I can just be put into this accent and it will never leave me alone. It just keeps fluttering back in. Stupid accent, anyway. Well, caves are a little dangerous, but you know, I'm feeling a little confident. I'm feeling like a little confident, little Grimbly right now. You know. I feel that we can light this place up. We can have a little look-see. Yeah, let's see. We could certainly enjoy a nice little look-see around. See what there is to be seen and the like. You know. Seems fine to me. Yo, noticeable! I'll do. You're really confident after mocking my accent? Maybe rethink. Oh my god, I have $1 million. Time to burn it all on trains. What? Excuse me? Excuse me? What do you mean by that? Don't blow all you know on trains. Unless you're like becoming a train baron, which I guess. You know, I guess that's kind of a lateral move, so that's not the worst. But oh, more fellas, more little guys. Don't know how I feel about all them. Don't know how I feel about any of that, but you know, they're chilling. They're over there. They're just hanging out. They haven't done me no wrong as a person yet. Ooh, actually, you know what I do need? Well, give me this. All right, yeah, give me this thing. And then coal block. Perfect. We've done it again, Shadows. Life will never be as good as it is right now, right in this moment, ere that I have the coal saved in block format. Good Googledy Moogledy. We're building trains, sir. Why are you building trains? Like, what do you mean you're building what does that entail exactly? Like, what do you mean by that? Like you just said, oh, we're building trains. Like, oh, hey, Nap, we've just been building trains all weekend. As though that's not the most inane sentence I've ever heard. What do you mean you've been building trains? What? Good. Yo, Spirit Box, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Hope you're doing well. I am, in fact, the ghost, and I am coming from the box. I'm the Spirit Box. Give me an A. Get it, Spirit? Ah ha ha. Ah ha ha. Gosh, I'm funny. Sweet Jesus. Salutations and formal greetings. How are you today? Dunjet, I'm doing fantastic. How are you, man? Hopefully good, hopefully good. Hopefully life's been treating you well. That's a bit weird. Is that? No, okay. Thought there was something else down there. Bop, 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 bop. Yum. Nom, 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 nom. Oh my god, we're gonna have so much coal after. I'm genuinely hyped about this. You have no idea. Like I have needed this much coal for a while. Like this has been a long time coming. As like a stream of gathering resources has been needed in the works for so long. We've had to like continuously take a break to go find coal for such a while now. Ugh, stripping the land of resources. Is there anything better, chatters? You know, realistically, is there anything better? You know, is there truly anything superior to this feeling right now that we have? I'd say no. I say no. I say nay. Oh, gross. And I'm not going down there. That's putrid and vile, and I hate that. Well, alright, we're gonna be back in American Southern, but whatever. Sure, we can do that for a little while longer. You think this is gonna harm me? You think this is gonna ruin my night? Not in the slightest. Listen here, it's gonna take a lot more than just some silly little accent to ruin the night of Napoleon VII. You have no idea what sweet fire you lit underneath my soul. I will endeavor to consistently and innumerably meet this challenge tenfold with my own unending chipper and happiness. You cannot undo what I have done when it comes to the mental state of my happiness today. I am too powerful for that at this point in time. L plus ratio, my friend. L plus ratio. I need that coal. I need that coal, but I need to compound this stuff first. Where was that? There it is. Coal block. Well, there we go. Put that in like that. Perfect. Now let's run back, gather up the coal that we dropped. Great speech. Thank you. Yeah. I am known for my lengthy lexicon when it comes to random off-the-cuff speeches or sounding like an inane dog. Either way, you know, the butcher always gets his pound of flesh, you know? Good lord. Highlight because reasons. Open TTT, the open game version of Transport Tycoon Deluxe from 1994. It's a symmetric pixel game where you transport people, goods, and valuables through various means like vehicles, ships, planes, and planes, trains, and automobiles is a heck of a time all on its own. So I can totally understand getting really into that game. My desk fan broke. No! Oh my god, that's the worst thing that could have happened today. I mean, there probably is other like worse things, but like I don't know them. Is there more up here? There is more up here. Well, how about that? Sweet. What's your favorite palindrome? Ooh, I feel like you know some good ones. Can I think on it? I don't want to answer like too hastily, if that makes sense. My favorite. I mean, race car's just such a classic, but I'm not gonna go with that one. It is all that's coming to mind right now. But, wait, I'm thinking of the right thing, right? Palindrome is, correct me if I'm wrong, palindrome is forward and back, same word, right? That's palindrome, or am I thinking of something entirely wrong? I could be, I very well could be. But that's what comes to mind. Rome wasn't built in the day. Right. Rome was built in the day. Rome was built in the day. Like that's the argument you're gonna make and die on. You know what I mean? Hannah has a palindrome, right? Like yeah, I think. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, perfect. It is the thing that like occurs forward and backwards. It's the same. Here, let me just do a real quick thing for MJ, because otherwise MJ will be a little salty. I'm just joking. I just know that you like me to break down the gravel first so that it's not gonna be the end of me. It's arguably just a safer practice. Red rum is murder, for example. Yeah. Oh, it's a word both ways. That's what palindrome is. It doesn't mean it's the exact same word both ways. I think, yeah, it's a word both ways, right? Like, isn't nurse one? Nurse? No, nurse is not one. I don't know. I'm blanking. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry at this point in time, but I feel like I'm absolutely blanking on any good palindromes off the top of my head. Like literally, my mind is blank outside of just the word race car. Just going through it on loop. I'm like palindrome, and then I just in my mind race car, and I'm like, ah. So you'll have to forgive me. That could have been bad. That could have been bad if that led anywhere else. Yeah, see? Like there. That would have led me to somewhere bad. If I'd been on top of it when I broke it. More coal. Give me all the coal. I need all the coal. This is as close to a ravine as I'll ever get. Death sentence of a location. Different thing if they're different. The thing, that is a thing, but I don't remember what it's called. Oh, okay. It's called immortal. Wait, what? When a word is something else backwards. Oh, which is palindrome backwards. Oh! Okay, yeah. Oh, when it's like backwards, it's a different word. It's not a palindrome? Oh my god. He's got you there, you know, like you've been obliterated, Pink. I'm sorry. Your battleship has been sunk in that moment. Where did that come from? I don't mean that in like I don't mean that in like a very like superficial like thought-provoking way. I just genuinely like, what direction cardinally did I originally bust into this place from? I dug up into it. It was a what got here from what was oh yeah, one of them like little dungeon features. Is it up here? Might be. Is it back this way? I feel like it's up, isn't it? I feel like it's an up direction. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's down and I'm being dumb, but I feel like it's an upward direction. But we'll try going down. That's a ravine that we're in. Ah, yeah, see, it was up. It was down and up, you know? It's my mistake. Meta-wise, kind of wild that this place has no chests, not gonna lie. Why I didn't think these places could spawn with no chest. That's a little weird. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel a little scammed, I'm not gonna lie. I feel ever so slightly scammed. Streamer luck. Oh my god. It's true though. It's true. I've lost it all. I've lost all my luck. I spent it all at Chili's. I've never been to Chili's. I never wish to go to Chili's. I do want to go to Chile, though, namely because I think they have penguins. Why? Okay, now you're close enough. Obliterated. I don't know if I trust this cave. Not gonna lie, don't trust most caves. Oh, I heard a witch. We're leaving. Nope, no witches. No witches when I have no hunger filled in. No, we do not do this. Okay, could you leave me be for a hot second, Mr. Skeleton? I'll be with you momentarily. You just couldn't wait, could you? You just couldn't wait. Soup's not that fast before you get good. Oh my good gracious. Soup hasn't done anything ever, all right? Don't attribute that to him. He's never... No, I refuse. That's an unreasonable attribution. Attribution? I think attribution is the real word. Chili's is pretty decent, expensive. I've just literally never been. But simply put, I've never been, but alas, I do know a lot of people like it. Like I know it's pretty big. Like I think they're like a fairly big franchise, aren't they? Show of hands, how many of you have been to Chili's? All right, and oh, there we go. Got the popper. Bah. Super's twice the man you are. He literally isn't actually. Given he is genuinely a weaker individual. We could settle this quite easily if you'd like it to come to blades. It could be settled rather quickly. Not gonna lie. Did I just threaten the life of Soup? Maybe. Oh. Bah, bah, bah. Telling who? Who are you telling? You got no one to tell. What are you gonna do? Oh, you gonna run to the Discord? What are they gonna do about it? Nothing. They're gonna do nothing. They have no power here. That's right, me. At the end of the day, it's all up to me. It's all up to me. Oh my god. You know, I don't know how I feel about all the little gurgly growly sounds. You know, they're a little rude. You know, they feel like a bit much. Do you mind? Oh, no, don't like that sound at all either. Could I have that copper though? Thank you. I did want to keep that. No, we're gonna leave that cave now. We don't need to stick around for all that. That just seems like a bit much. Let's just keep on keeping on, you know? Let's just keep going. Oh, there. It's like, did I lose all my torches? I was pretty positive not. But yeah, anyway, aside, back to what I was originally saying like 20 minutes ago now. Yeah, I'm excited. I got a lot of different plans. I want to collaborate with a lot of people this year. I've been chatting with a couple different people, see how that's gonna work out and the like. I mean, obviously things are always gonna be a little up in the air until everything's settled and done. But the sweet Jesus, I swear on all that is holy, use the right pickaxe. My God. Stupid. So much. You know, it's useful when it's useful, but otherwise, ooh. Pow, 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 pow. I think mathematically this works better, right? By the way, like to use the to not silk touch that or to not silk touch ores to keep them, because you can make blocks of them, and the block holds 9 individual pieces instead of each one being potentially anywhere from 1 to like 3 or whatever with the conversion rate. And like so, let's go coal, let's go there, gabagool, and let's go iron block as well. No, iron block. The bean block! My god, it's beans. I mean, less so than others. Other ones are a bit worse, but my god. Nap is factually correct, and Nap threatened Soup's life. I absolutely did not. That is a dead lie. That is a bona fide lie. I absolutely did not threaten his life. Pink said he's twice the man that you are, and I said we could prove that, and I could demonstrate to you that that is not the case, as he dies a lot easier than I possibly can. But sure, if that's the hill you want to die on. I said I didn't want to go have to prove the thing, but if you're demanding the scientific evidence that I am more powerful than Soup, then I mean, I surely can deliver that. That is no problemo. That is a doable thing. I know, right? True, but it's not me threatening. It would be by the god's commandment, you know? That's not by me. That's by you guys asking for it to happen. That's different. One's a threat, me saying, I will do this. The other is, do you need me to demonstrate? We can do that. I'm not saying I wish to, nor that it should or will happen. I'm saying if that's what you're gonna ask for, then yeah, I guess we can. That's a little weird to ask for, though, don't you think? You see how that works? You see how that's not a threat? See how that's a question? You're a man, not a monkey. Keep that paw to yourself. Hey, man. It's just a bit of lawyering. It's just a bit of lawyering. Aw, man. I'm super... Total sidebar. Speaking of, that reminded me of rules lawyers in D&D. I'm very excited. I've been working for a good little bit on, like, a new, like, monster design that I wanted to do. Because, you know, game design's fun. Game design's really fun, and I think D&D is one of the easiest ways people can kind of get into game design, because, you know, you don't gotta worry about, like, knowing how to code the game you want to build, like, with video games, whereas that becomes a little more complicated, in my opinion. But for D&D, you can work on your capabilities as a game designer still, to understand, you know, the functionality of what you want to occur in, you know, fight, and why fights happen, how they break out, counterfeit mechanics, etc. Monsters, build those out. Like it really is a way to cut your teeth on that kind of stuff, you know? I feel it's very underrated, actually, as a way to cut your teeth on, Sir, speaking of monster encounters, do you perchance mind? I'm trying to have a lovely little time explaining the mechanics of developing D&D to people. My God! Thinly veiled threat? No. You misunderstand. Okay, 1 second. Leave me alone. I'm trying to explain the law. A threat would be far more straightforward. That what you call thinly veiled, I call the legal limit. Totally different things. Thinly veiled, the ability to declare that it was not actually a threat. You know, potato. I used to have a game designer teacher before he would cover. Well, that's awkward. What kind of game was he designing? Oh, sweet Jesus. But anyway, yeah, no. So what I really enjoy, like, so recently I've been working on a Hydra fight, but I wanted it to be a little different. I wanted it to be not obvious going into it. It's a Hydra. 2, I wanted it to be a slightly different take on like how that would work and the like. So it's a lava-based Hydra. It's like an elemental style. So it's like the little tweaks that you do to like kind of build that out and the like. Because I don't know, the thing about stuff like that in D&D especially is you gotta know how to not make that kind of thing a slog. You don't want to just, like, a common misconception in any game design, but particularly in people trying to build like combat in D&D, is that they will simply be like, oh, well, you're strong, and they have their abilities. I guess I'll just give them a lot of hit points, and then it'll take time, and then it'll feel earned. That's works. Don't get me wrong, that's a thing, but like that's a thing that certainly happens, and arguably it's one of the biggest complaints a lot of players have regarding Wizards of the Coast's game design. That would be the people who design D&D officially, because when it comes down to it, it doesn't really do much, right? There's nothing interesting about that. There's nothing that makes the play, like, there's nothing about that makes the fight memorable. There's nothing about that makes it feel like a rewarding fight, like a difficult fight. It's just, you know, roll dice, hit points go down, hit points go down, hit points go down, until eventually you hit the number, you know what I mean? And it's very arbitrary. And so to that degree though, when you're building out like when you're building out an encounter, you want to add some variety to what happens. And that doesn't mean just they do different attacks, but maybe like the fight evolves as you go. Layer actions are another big, no, I didn't mean to make the Among Us character. Like layer actions are a key way that a lot of people do that, or like, you know, you give legendary actions that don't have to occur on the turn of the actual monster and the like, because that helps with action economy, which is a term used to refer to the fact that, you know, everybody has a certain amount, the same 6 seconds, and like what you can do and not do and stuff like that, and how many hits per round, etc, 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 can be dealt. So when we explore that, like it makes it more interesting than like if you add something to the akin of a layer action. Then the battlefield itself might change, causing people to need to move around. So it's like, oh, okay, well, originally this was a big open cavern, but as the fight's gone on, unless you're fighting a dragon or whatever, cracks and fissures have opened up. Originally that could be just adding rough terrain, making movement a bit more difficult, but maybe the creature's immune to the rough terrain, so it's more of a difficulty for the players to have to overcome, and they have spells and different equipment and the like, and certain other, certain class features can give you abilities to deal with rough terrain and the like, and you wouldn't have to deal with that. So that's all certainly possible. I would really like to keep some of this stuff. What can I guess the 3 raw iron I don't really need. Yo, Gunnar, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate that, dude. My biggest complaint with Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things to complain about with Wizards of the Coast. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying that is particularly before all this OGL, like Open Games license and stuff like that issue that's currently developed, which we spoke about before on stream. Like, that is the 9 arrows, but I want to use them. That's the thing. I need to just remember to use my bow, because then if I use my bow 9 times, I've effectively gotten to make use of those arrows and not just throwing them away. You know what I mean? Just need to fight a monster. Speaking of monsters. But anyway, I don't know. I find stuff like that to be very interesting, because, you know, there's like entire concepts of how to like design a game, giving people things to do. Hey, Anna409, thank you as well for the follow, man. Hello, Gunnar. Hello, Radio. I'm so sorry, Gunnar. Thank you so much for the raid, dude. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, Raiders. Oh my good gracious. How was the stream? Hopefully good. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope I assume you were playing Minecraft, but maybe you're doing something differently on stream. What were you playing, my guy? A small little short stream on New Hardcore World. Yo, Pog, the real Blaggett, thank you so much for the follow as well, dude. Oh my god. Oh my good gracious. We're talking about just the most riveting of topics. We're discussing game design and the like for particularly Dungeons and Dragons, but how that can apply to other games and how games try to decide fights and the like, and when and where to use certain things, and how a game can design itself to be more interesting and everything like that, and yada 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 yada. But you know, yo, naps, I love that. Isn't it cute? Oh my good gracious. Hey, come on. I ain't cute. I'm potent, man. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, well, great. I'll hydrate. Awesome. Thanks, guys. You're gonna make me look so cool in front of the Raiders. Thanks so much. problem, man. I hope you hope the bars work well. I had a bit and I didn't know where to go with it. I had a joke and then I lost it. I had it and then it left. Oh my good gracious. Oh my good gracious. But welcome. I hope y'all doing well. Don't listen to a word that any of my chatters tell you about literally anything. They are villains in my life, to be quite honest with you. Actively trying to just ruin me as a person. You know, so just don't put too much stock in anything they say. Just ignore them for the most part. It's gonna work out best for you that way. Believe you me, that will be the best outcome. They're playing on your downfall. Oh my god, they really are. They love a good downfall story. I swear to you that. Yeah, I'll put the flint up there because I don't really want to keep that. I will keep the coal because I want to transform that. And it's good. Yeah, let's keep going. I won't trust them. Good, Benji, good. See, someone gets it. Someone listened. And now, Benji, you're instantly a far more reasonable human. Far more reasonable than most on Twitch. But yeah, oh my good gracious. But yeah, we were talking about game design and like, and what I just to like finish up on that topic, what I was gonna say was yeah, you whenever you're kind of planning any game, but like in D&D is a great example of it, you really want to play to the strength of different characters, know what kind of characters are fighting in any given instance, and make the fight feel not just earned, but like there's multiple ways it could have gone. You know what I mean? Even if it's just like, even if that doesn't mean like, oh, you could have talked your way out of it, because you can't talk your way out of every fight, and that's fine too. Sometimes a fight just needs to happen in a game. But what I was gonna say was try to always provide ways like using the terrain around you to help assist you with your win, using your tactical capabilities in that way, and the like, you know. Have a lovely rest of your stream. I'm headed off for dinner and volleyball practice. Goodbye, Gunner. Hope you have a good rest of your day, dude. Bye. Yeah, and so we're just gonna I'm just gonna go around this way. I'm just gonna go around and we're just gonna bust out this way. Oh man, yeah. So today on stream what we're doing is mostly resource gathering. We've been working on the hardcore world for a lot, and so it's just like might as well do a little bit of resource gathering because a lot of my builds on this world take a long time to get done because I'm actually playing a much slower version of Minecraft than normal, because in this hardcore world, what I particularly do is I kind of play into the idea of lore in Minecraft and a bunch of other stuff, but to do that also means, you know, I don't know the end exists, naturally speaking, and so because of that, well, that means I don't have an elytra yet, and I don't, even though this world's like a year and a half old, because it takes time and it needs to develop and the like. But yeah, I just thought that was like a fun way to play it when I started out, and somehow I've lived for a year and a half in this world. So what are you gonna do? Bada bing, bada boom. Were you guys gaslighting the new streamers about the new viewers that I accidentally left the thing up? Were you gaslighting them to say that I hadn't? I totally did. Oh my god, who's gaslighting who? Stop gaslight gatekeep girl bossing. It's very unbecoming. It's very it's not allowed. I mean, I do it to you, but that's me. That's me, and I'm allowed. I got permission from Mr. Twitch himself. It's true, he came down, he came by, he said, Napoleon, you're doing great. You're doing great, sweetie. Now, why do people spell that sweaty, by the way? I've never understood. I know that's a thing on Twitter. Why do people write you're doing great sweaty? I don't necessarily understand. I've never truly understood, but I do know it is a thing. It confuses me greatly. But alas, it maintains itself. boomer chat. Oh my god. Bow, 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 bow. It's true. I am very old. I am like 1003. I'm so old. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Sweaty means you're not doing well, and I don't mean it. Oh. Well, this changes a lot of interactions I have seen. New chat thinks I can take shortcuts instead of my peers. I've dedicated my life to this! Oh my god. Chatters, come now. We're all in it together. We're all in this together. I don't know the rest of the song. I think that's the tune. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's the right tune. I've never actually seen the movie, so I don't know. I have no idea, but I'm like 99% sure that is the correct tune. I'm very confident now. But also, is Oliver here? Dude, yo, what's up, man? Who's the most channelable points? Oh, absolutely, MJ. It's gotta be. MJ's at like what, 200 something thousand? Like, I think the only person who could possibly have more is me. Like, and that's just because I have infinite. Yeah, Oliver, you gotta step up the game, man. You gotta step up your game. Nah, I'm just kidding. 30,000 is still impressive. Like, 30,000 channel points with any streamer is an impressive feat. Particularly if you don't have, like, BTTV. If you do, then that means you can automatically gather them a lot easier. But, like, still. Good googly moogly. That's another reason, by the way, chatters, of getting BTTV. It does auto-gather channel points for you, so you don't have to remember to do it all the time. You don't have to remember to click. If you were to die in a game, I'd say you're doing great, Sweaty. But if I was being a fake B to you, I'd say you're doing great, Sweetie. Unless I'm being supportive, and then mean the sweet, but my tone of voice would change. I'm so confused. I'm so confused and old. I don't understand the youngins anymore. Jeez. Anybody got a Worthies? You got a Worthies original? Don't do that. Don't do that to me, game. Don't spook me like that. Jesus. I'm at 46k without any gathering. Yo. I don't even have BTD autocollect on. This is all natural. Oh my sweet Jesus. I think you are one of the streamers that have the most channel points for. Let's go! Oh my god, we win these! Ow! You know, I will say, I am impressed by the sheer volume of channel points you get. Maybe I don't instigate gambas enough. You know what I mean? I don't instigate enough gambas. There's no, like, it's not like I'm a Valorant streamer where people could be like, common Napoleon W or L, and then you can like vote on which way you think the thing's gonna work. You know what I mean? You know, jokes on you, Benji. Jokes on you. That's a great song. And we're gonna give it up. I'm never gonna run around and zoit you. MJ gonna drown you. Oh, MJ's not allowed. I simply will turn it off before MJ has the ability to get them all put in, which I have done before. I've only ever had to do it on one stream. But boy howdy did I. Boy howdy did I turn those suckers off. I don't believe in trickle-down economics. I simply don't hoard wealth. I must stimulate the streamer economy by redeeming the American Southern accent. Oh my god, you really don't need to, though. The reason hydrates are 800 is because Tiger, who was quite close to my channel point level, hydrated them for 40 times in a row. That's true. That's why it went up to 800. The first increment jump was because of Angry Canadian. The second increment jump was because of Tiger. It was, boy howdy, it was a lot in one go, but boy did I do all 40 of those hydrates, and I nearly puked, but my god, who knew drinking 2 full, like, I don't know, like like a couple. It's not. It wouldn't be a full gallon. It'd be close to like. I think it was 3/4 of a gallon of water, maybe less. I feel like it has to be less. I feel like more would kill me. But anyway, I do know it was a lot. I thought I was gonna puke, but anyway, because it's like large mason jars, and each one I think is like a bit. By ringing a vote. Oh my god. Well, only if MJ gambled them would we be able to do that, and I don't think MJ's ever gonna gamble. I also I don't run the Gamba, you know? I don't run the Gamba. That's more of like an event that like mods do. And KTB just doesn't love you enough. I think that I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Please. Oh my god. Oh, I love it. I love it. You know what? Just for BTTV, I sometimes do think I should have a chat overlay. Just because, like, that's how I found out about BTTV. Is because I would see it going in the overlay, but I would be seeing regular text in a chat, and then I'd see like the emote in like the streamer's overlay, and I'm like, huh? And that's how I kind of like found out of it originally. So I'm always kind of thinking that maybe I should just, you know, give it another go. Give it another like, yeah, you just can have this. Google or BTTV. No, I think it works on other browsers other than just Chrome. I think it also works on like Firefox or something like that. Oh my good gracious! All of I didn't even notice. Oh my good great. I have opera? What do you mean you have opera? What does that mean? Elaborate. You don't get to just come in here and say that. You don't get to just stand there before God and say, I have opera. Oh, a browser. My mistake. Totally did not understand what you meant. I just thought you meant you like owned an opera house. You were just like, I have an opera. And I was like, what? Are you? Does that mean you're going? What do you mean? I don't know, man. I don't know what the British get up to. I'm sure Europeans do that, right? Like you guys go to opera still. That's like a thing. I swear to God, it's still a thing over there. I mean, it is a thing here too. Like you can go to like the New York Philharmonic or whatever. But like, either way, it doesn't like help you. Like or nobody really does it unless they're like loaded. I keep forgetting to turn it off. Let me turn the call into block format. Perfect. I want to fill this whole thing with coal. And then let's just do that much gravel. We're gonna do that much graphite. And like that, because then we're gonna need to do like that, I think. I don't really need that much, so let's just do that. And then yeah, perfect. Gabagool, you know. Actually, we're gonna have to do it like that. And you know what, we're probably gonna need to move some of this around as well. And like so, and like move that up there, and stone. Yeah, that's probably fine. I'm sure that. Yo, Banner, are you Russian? Who knows? I could be either. I could be neither. I could be all three. you might look to yourself in a mirror and say, I don't think he said 3 options. But, you know, maybe I did. Who knows? Oh my goodness. Have you watched The Walking Dead? I've seen some of it. I saw right up until the beginning of season 3, I think. Like I basically didn't watch past. Like I saw that and then quit because at the end of season 2, basically. And then I saw a little bit of a later bit of her season when I heard Herschel died. Spoiler. Not really, because it's been years. And then I was like, oh, well, I'm not going back. And that's the crux of it, you know? I just kind of went, well, never mind. It's great, I'm on season 8. Well, L plus ratio, man. I mean, if it's your thing, no, genuinely, like, that's sick. Don't get me wrong, I have friends who liked it, or like it, I should say. I don't know if they stopped. But yeah, I just kind of went like, wait, Herschel died? Yeah, apparently. I don't know. I never saw it, to be honest. Maybe I've been lied to. But so far as I'm aware, yeah. But perhaps I'm wrong. Who knows? A lot has changed. Well, yeah, but at some point, I mean, zombies aren't really my thing. I really don't give a hoot about zombies. You know what I mean? Like it's just a very boring genre to me. Dystopia in general doesn't interest me. But like zombie dystopia, just particularly, I have very little interest in. I mean, like all things considered, like I just don't know, like I just don't care too much about it, if that makes sense. I mean, The Last of Us is the closest I think I've ever gotten to caring, but like even then, it was not really like my thing still. Go ahead, Pink. Guess for it. What is Oliver's favorite? You surely must know. My guess is Glenn, for no reason other than it's a name I know. I know Glenn's a person. I have no idea. Oh wait, no, never mind. I guess, yeah. That one just made the news. So like, hey Oliver, that's kind of what Glenn looked like. That emote's kind of what Glenn looked like. I also do not give a hoot about zombies, but Apocalypse is my jam. You into anime? Some, yeah. Like I've not, there's not too many I've watched kind of thing. Like I've watched like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, stuff like that. I've seen Hunter x Hunter. I didn't finish Death Note, but I started it. Actually, I got to like the, I don't know, second last episode, and then just stopped. I have a bad habit of that with a lot of shows. A lot of TV shows and just stuff like that. Like I have gotten to like the second last episode of a season, and just that's where I stop, and I never go back to it. I'm currently that way with season 3 of Castlevania. I got to like the second to last episode of that season, and I just stopped and never continued. Not even because like I dislike the show. I don't know. I think it's because I don't want them to end, and that way they never have. Like I don't have to know how it ends, because then I can just decide how it ended for myself, if that makes sense. I mean that's lunacy. Don't get me wrong, but yeah. What else have I seen? There's a couple others I remember. I've seen some One Piece. I only got as far up to like, I don't know, episode like 500 or something like that. Like I don't know. I only got up to like where the Straw Hats were. Well, I'm not gonna say what happened in case somebody's gonna watch it. But I've watched Vinland Saga. That's pretty good. But yeah, like even like Attack on Titan. Like I've seen the first season, but beyond that, it just feels, eh. Even though I'm sure, like, it's a very good show. It's just very well written there. Like, I'm just kind of like, eh. You know what I mean? Don't make fun of, oh my god, he deserves the world. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. What about Dragon Maids? I've never heard of it. Welsh? What in God's name do Welsh people sound like? What do you want me to do, Tom Jones? What in God's name does a Welsh person sound like? Welsh accent, chop chop. What do you mean? What? Okay, well, let's find out. Welsh. What in God's name is a Welsh accent?
Tair blynedd. Nawr, dyw hwn ddim yn system effeithiol iawn o lywodraethu. A'n
What in the name of Lord of the Rings?
hen bryd i ni symleiddio'r system. Ac fe fydd pleidlais ie ar y trydydd o Fawrth yn symud Cymru ymlaen drwy gyflymu'r system yma o wneud penderfyniadau.
What? What?
Felly'n galluogi aelodau'r cynulliad fwrw ati ar gwaith.
No, that's not an accent. That's another language. That is another language. Wait, oh no, he... Oh, wait, no, he's genuinely speaking Welsh. Okay, all right, wait a minute. That makes way more sense. I was so confused. You'll hear like Irish people talk sometimes. It'll be really hard to understand. Like, this man's literally just speaking another language. Okay, that's a little different. That's not an accent. That's, good Lord. Oh my God. Yeah, Welsh is another accent. Yeah, no, I get that now. I just what
Anything I say, no, I'm not disrespecting anyone.
English, I think, because the
Oh, yeah, this is useless. I can't find anybody. Oh well. I'm just gonna go British. Why not? That works, right? That's Welsh, kind of. Technically. Sort of. Not really. Oh my God. Polygon says, what is a Welsh accent? Is it made up an accent? Well, no, it's not like what I meant. Like, what does it sound like? Not what is a Welsh accent? Like, I know Welsh. This is nothing accent. This is straight up garbage. I don't really know what I'm speaking with right now, but I'm doing it for whatever reason. But no, genuinely, I've no sweet Christmas of an idea as to what a Welsh accent sounds like. Cause I mean, I know that they go but you know what I mean. Perpetuated by Napoleon. What do you mean modern day colonialism? Well, no, actually, it wouldn't be colonial at all, because Wales was never a colony. That's actually an entire misnomer. Because no, the Wales is a part of the kingdom. It's a unified part of the kingdom. It's not a colony. So your L plus ratio, get history, you're not right. You're just genuinely misnomering it there. L. Did you watch the video I sent you teaching you how to become a roadman? I did watch it. I did watch that. I forgot about that video. Oh my God. What an icon. What an iconic video. Where did I come in from? Where am I? What is this place? Who are you people? Got my way out. It's honestly so great. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, lads on to it. Lads. Oh my God. It was, what was it? I think that one also had like another video that was like how to speak like a chav. Which, as for what exactly a chav sounds like, I'm not sure. Not Chad, but like it was spelled chav, and I'm not totally clear on what that ought to sound like. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not totally clear on what that ought to sound like. I have guesses. I think, so far as I could learn in looking it up, it's just, you know, London. Chav is like the tradies. Do you know what a chav is? I think it's just a person in designer outfits in London with a vape. That's as much as I've been able to gather. Is it was a dude in like I don't know, like in like an Adidas like tracksuit in London with like a vape. That's as much as I can gather as to what a chav is. Oh, lads. I say that a lot too. That's Slav? No, Slav would not be with a vape. Slav. Oh my God. Also, designer Adidas tracksuit versus 80s Adidas tracksuit. Very different look. Very different look. You know what? Minecraft should let me set these coal blocks on fire. It's insane that I could just place a lit torch nearby and it doesn't catch this whole coal deposit on fire. Where's the realism? Where's my realism? Why can't I blow up someone's house with a bunch of coal? Unrealistic. Unrealistic Minecraft. I'm writing a letter to Mojang right now. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Man, some people are never happy. So I'm just thinking, I posted like the first look at the sniffer today on TikTok because it came out on like Friday or whatever, and I just already had a TikTok for Friday, so I was like, whatever. And so I posted I posted that today. And there's so many people who like just instantly latch on. They're like, oh, it looks too much like what modders do. I'm sorry. Is it that Mojang needs to do more modded-like material? Because, you know, you're always talking about how modders is so much more. Not you specifically. I'm speaking to like a hypothetical you. You know, like they're always like, gee, a modder could do this on his lunch break or whatever about things. And then they're also like, man, this looks like what a modder would do. What? Oh my god, I'm so confused. A chav is like one of them girls who wear tone of fake tan and really bright lipstick. Look on Discord. I'll check Discord after stream. I just because of policy, I don't, as a rule, check Discord during stream. And while I'm sure it's fine to check what you said, Ollie, I don't want to open that Pandora's box. I don't want to open that Pandora's box if chat is being like, no, you have in the past. Tut, don't you tut me. It's quite detailed compared to other mobs, but also that's the thing. It's like that, like I get it, but also I felt that way like the first time I looked on it, I was like, yeah, it looks a little out of place. The second and third time I looked at it in the video, it started to look more like natural. I think it's a shock, but it's like once you see it and like are used to it, it still feels in the right vein. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just a matter of time rather than it actually feeling out of place. Like the Tekkit things feel out of place in Minecraft. You know what I mean? Like those models just genuinely don't feel like base Minecraft. But I feel like the sniffer will inevitably feel like Minecraft as time goes forward. Yeah, just a couple more pieces of stone. Rock and stone! Oh my god, another cave. How many of these things are there? God, it's like a game about mining or something. That, then I can grab this grabo. And you. And you. Yo, Tiger, how did it? Hey, and Tyler, dude, what's up, man? Howdy chat, howdy Lucas, howdy VOD, what's howdy nap? I'm once again being nocturnal. Why is this first message I saw in chat advocating for parrot death? Excuse me? What message? Boiler mods are awesome. I gotta use my trade knowledge in game, but they do look heckin' out of place. Yeah, that's the thing. Like don't get me wrong, I love Tekkit. I really enjoy mod packs even at times. I just don't think, yeah, it looks out of place in base Minecraft. It's good for the type of Minecraft you're trying to play though. It looks very in place for that. But then beyond that, like, I don't know. I feel like the argument for that on the sniffer just feels a bit odd. You know what I mean? I think what doesn't make a lot of modded stuff feel like Minecraft is the idea of us having to deal with it being in the same game. Like, many people see the new updates and say how they feel like to mod it after a few months you've been exposed to update constantly. It feels normal. There's an element of that, certainly. Like, I definitely agree, but some things just genuinely clash with Minecraft as like a game. Like, for instance, very industrialized things. Like redstone is to a degree allowing you to do industrial things, but it's not easy. It's something you gotta learn and figure out. And even then, it's limited still. It's not like, oh, I can start like researching uranium, and it's not like, oh, I gotta make a thing to make a thing to make a thing to make a thing. Like the mods that seem out of place are the ones that like, oh, to make this, I need to make like a diamond gear and like a million other things that all go in as like a circuit and all these other things. And then the diamond gear is made from like 7 other things, and it's more the compoundingness that is out of place for Minecraft. Minecraft is still, relatively speaking, quite simple and straightforward. But no, I do know what you mean. It is also a matter of like exposure and like how long you have or have not seen these things before you feel that if they are or are not like, you know, normal feeling, or at least as normal as it'll feel to you, kind of thing. Cool. And oh, and then I'll make some iron blocks as well. And then for my birthday, should I see Ant-Man 3 or oh, well, I don't know what the other one is, so I guess I'll say Ant-Man 3, even though I personally don't know how good it will or won't be. But I mean, it might be. I'm hoping it's good. I personally don't like Peyton Reed's directing style, but like, who knows? Maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe it'll be a great little, a swell little movie. Who knows? Hard to say, really. I'm gonna have to put one down there. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that I think no one will ever truly be happy. It's wild how entitled, I guess, a lot of people feel about Minecraft, if that makes sense. Don't get me wrong. I understand that, yes, you think, not you specifically, like they think, I should say, oh, Mojang should be able to put out more, or it's started to put out a lot less since Microsoft has bought it and all these other things. You're also just still getting free updates for like a 12-year-old game. Like absolutely free overhauls. You could have bought this game for $15 once in 2010 and still be getting all of these updates absolutely free. That's unheard of anywhere else in games. That's genuinely unheard of. Excuse me. Huh. Go figure. I just wasn't expecting it. I'll be honest. I expected a lot of things, and that was not it. I did not expect me to be out in the harbor. The motion of the ocean. Exactly. Exactly, King. Exactly. You understand. No, I didn't want to do that. It's based off a true story where a bear got into a truck. Oh, well, I mean, if that's your fare, then absolutely feel free. I mean, that's not personally something that, like, I would watch, just because, like, it sounds... But, I mean, like, it sounds like the kind of movie that you'd, like, maybe watch with, like, I guess if you're going, like, with your friends for, like, a funny thing or whatever. I assume it's meant to be a comedy, and not, like, a gritty telling of why that's, like, a dangerous thing and bad for the animal and all these other things. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd feel like if it's based on a true story, I'd just feel bad for the bear. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I would just constantly be like, oh, poor guy. He didn't know. He didn't understand. But it'll be played very, like, I don't know, every James Franco, Seth Rogen movie ever. You know what I mean? Like, I got it for, like, $10 Canadian in 2010. Yeah, exactly. But, like, that's my point. It's, like... So you're still getting these free massive, like I understand some people are, you know, not exactly happy with how 1.18 was, or like the Caves of like they felt like, oh, it didn't actually do that much. But they're insane. Like those people are genuinely bonkers. Even if, which I mean, okay, I couldn't say this because it kind of has to change the generation for it to be my point. But like even if it was more minimal in its generation, like they genuinely updated the whole engine of how things work for Minecraft. Like they split, which is like a big growing pain split, the overworld's caves and the overworld's top in terms of like how it generates. So now you have biomes both ways, biomes underneath and biomes above. So like that's like a genuinely large split to do. That's difficult to code and without breaking everything and make it backwards compatible. From like a technical level and make it work on an iPad. Like from a technical level, that's also wild. But also you could just play older versions. I'm sorry, did I miss something? I don't know if I missed something, but yes, also you can do that, which is also wild. Most games also just never let you play older versions of itself. That is still to this day a relatively rare thing to have occur for a game to just let you choose to be like, no, I want to be on the very first iteration beta of this game, without having that like already saved because you were there, kind of thing. Well, you know what I mean? Like someone who buys the game today could play in any version that ever existed. They could run a server in any version that ever existed. Like, I genuinely can't think of a game that lets you do that. Even like games that have a lot of custom lobby capabilities and like all these other things, like even they won't let you just choose to be in like an alpha version of their game, or like version 1.8, version 1.2. You know what I mean? Obliterated. Oh yeah, people could just play an older version. And see, they dislike that answer because, you know, for their money, they're like, yeah, but like, well, that's the thing. Like, they dislike that. Yo, we're playing, dude. What's up, man? How do? Hopefully, all robotics things are going well, my guy. But yeah, no, the people dislike that because they feel like, you know, it should be designed for everyone, I guess, or something. Like you know what I mean? Like, I understand to that degree of like, oh, the gripe is that like, oh, well, if we're getting these new things, they want some of it but not all of it. They dislike some of the changes but not all of the changes in an update. So, but I'm like, that's just tough, you know? Like, that's just, oh well, you didn't like it, womp womp, you know what I mean? But it's a complicated game to design for because so many different childhoods are tied up into it. Childhoods of kids of the 2010, like people who were kids in 2010, people who were kids in 2015, people who were kids during the pandemic and found Minecraft. Like, that's 3 entirely different effective like generations to a degree of like kid having an experience with Minecraft. And each experience would be very different. One would be the experiencing of like the very rudimentary like notch-based Minecraft. One's the beginning of Mojang under Microsoft, and the other is like someone who's just getting into Minecraft will never have known the version that had like not as huge caves underground and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Unless they went back. Just gonna say hi. Probably have to leave it a bit. No worries, dude. Hope you're doing well. Hope life's been treating you well. Hello, most people call me random, and some call me, Ren or friend, but I am open to new names. Well, hello! I'm happy to call you whatever you'd like to be called. If you'd like to be called random, I can call you random. If you'd like to be called Ren, I can call you Ren. Any and all works for me, my guy. Hope you're just doing well. Why? No, I don't want the ocean in here. Leave me be. We'll slap this one. Make Minecraft too. Oh my god. You get what you want. You don't get upset. So they want the updates, but they're mad about the updates. They love you. Oh my god. But that's my point. It's like, it's a complicated group, and at this point, like, again, also not even is it tied up in so many different people's childhoods, but also you gotta realize, for designing for Minecraft, you're designing for literally the biggest game to ever exist. Like, unlike other games that update, other games will add something, and if it doesn't work, we'll take it out. I stand to be corrected, because it wouldn't surprise me if this is the case, but off the top of my head just now, I thought that was ice. I was like, what? Off the top of my head just now thinking, has Minecraft ever walked back anything? Like, that wasn't in snapshots, you know what I mean? Like, has Minecraft ever walked anything back and taken it out in subsequent snapshots of like full-on mechanics, not like one or two, like not like messing with like, you know, the little things like how like fish spawn rate or anything like that, but like I mean like full-on mechanics removed. I don't think they have. I think it's genuinely meant to always stand as a model. It's not like it's not like Battlefield or something where they put something out and then they'll remove it entirely. You know what I mean? One of the first splits in Minecraft community. Yeah, that's true. So someone who's never played Minecraft before asking before, so I don't have to be refunded. Well, I mean, I don't know what that accent would be. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's not. I don't think that would work because that's not an accent. Like, you can't show me where people talk like that. Like, that's not an accent. That's like just someone not knowing anything. So it's a very complicated game to design for, basically, is I guess the crux of what I'm getting at. Like, it's just ultimately always going to be a difficult game for anybody to design for. Let alone to design on the basis of like, oh yeah, we gotta meet everyone's expectations. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, it's always going to be complicated to design for Minecraft because on a technical level, you're designing for a game that has to work on several consoles as well as like iPads and stuff like that. Yo, Lefty, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Hello. How you doing? How's life? How's the wife? How's the kids? But yeah, like, so there's like that technical level where it's like, yeah, it is just technically difficult to design for Minecraft. You're also dealing with spaghetti code at time where it's like, yeah, this was slapped in here when it was an indie game being developed by like a team of 5 in Notch's like basement. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some of that code inevitably still exists in the core of Minecraft. So to design, you always have to be kind of probably working around that code. That's a guess. I don't know that. It's not like they've said that. That's just my guess because lots of games have that. You know what I mean? We've talked about it before, but like the like there's like TF2. It has a random photo of a cow in one of its files when you download it, and if you remove that picture, even though it doesn't appear in game, it's not a PNG that's like anywhere in the physical game. It does nothing for the game so far as anything can realistically tell, and yet if it's removed, the game won't work. They have no idea why to this day. They're just like, I don't know why it's like that, but I guess it just won't work if we remove this photo. And that's just what happens with games that are old enough. You know what I mean? Like, it's just over time, it'll inevitably build things in, or things will get built in, and then you can't untangle them. I don't have a wife. I'm an animatronic. Yeah, there's nothing about being an animatronic that means you can't have a wife. But no, that's fine. It's just something I say. It's not actually like. It's just genuinely, I ask that to everybody. I don't know why. I just find like it personally amuses me. It has nothing to do with me thinking anybody has a wife and kids. Minecraft 2, baby! Oh my god. No, but seriously, and that's the thing. That's the other thing that the same people who constantly complain would hate if Minecraft 2 was a thing. So it's like, what do you want? I think we are gonna near it. I don't know if we'll do it. That's the thing. I don't know if they'll do it. And as weirdly as it sounds, I vaguely feel like if the Mario movie does well, it would inch the needle closer to having a Minecraft 2. Don't ask me why I feel that way. Like, there is zero logic to that statement. That is an inane statement, but for some reason, in my heart of hearts, I feel like those two things are somehow connected. I couldn't for the life of me tell you why. I mean, I could. My justification is mostly just, you know, some shareholder somewheres will see that, be like, oh my god, we should capitalize on that Minecraft movie we were gonna make, which they were meant to have made for 2022, never did. And then in doing so, they're like, oh, this would be a perfect time to rebrand and relaunch. Because, you know, who doesn't love doing that these days? I read a lot of Bearing Coconuts. TF2 is a hoax. Not to ruin a fun thing. See, no, I know there's something about like a similar issue with like a coconut that I think they said was a hoax, but I don't know. I just remember one of their game devs talked about it at one point. It was like, yeah, no, there's like a cow. There's a cow image, and they think that's where the original hoax spawned from, is there's a cow image, but I could be wrong. Maybe it is also a hoax, and the game developers also just were like memeing people. I don't know, man. But either way, like that's even if that's, let's say, hyperbole, like, it's at the very least still indicative of what is true in game. You know what I mean? In game design. The load bank coconut is misinformation. However, it was real. It would probably be an object to an invisible process that needs a game object to work, but I said it can be anything. So funny as far as I know. Yeah, like that's. I think like one of the developers talked about at like a panel the cow image, which was an internal thing that they knew about and like wasn't discovered by somebody on Reddit kind of deal. But yeah, either way though, like my point is designing for a game that's as old as Minecraft, trying not to like I'm sure one of the biggest things in the back end of the 1.18 update that like they didn't publicly talk about because it's not really important and most people won't see why that's valuable is I'm sure a lot of that was cleaning up some of that code. In as much as they were changing elements of the engine as they could, they were probably also trying to update as much of the code as they could to make it so that going forward they would future-proof it a bit. For as long as you can, you know what I mean? So I'm sure that was another aspect of like why that was such a big update in their mind as well. And I also feel it did even beyond the generation add lots and like 1.17 people were like that was a nothing update. It added more blocks than ever. Like I said, it's like there has never been that many blocks added in a singular update prior to that of variant blocks, of different blocks with different types and stuff like that. So that's one thing it added for sure. And then beyond that, it also added like candles, tinted glass, which can change farm building mechanics entirely. Added in a new mob of goats, so you get a new passive mob out of it. Mountains got an update. You got snowier snow. Mountains became more of a traversal thing. New mountain biome types were added, I believe, in 1.17, even though the generation wasn't added till 1.18. Etc., etc., etc. For anyone who doesn't know, is just like blank space between code lines, typically added. Be able to recode easier. Yeah. So anyway, I digress. Like this is, I feel like I'm just harping on this topic at this point. But like, my point is, it just boggles my mind, man. So many people are so like ready to chew off the developer's like head, and like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like Minecraft has never messed up or like Mojang's never messed up in the development. I have issues and disagree with some of the changes that have been made in Minecraft at times. But it seems weird how much hate they get. You know what I mean? It seems odd. Okay, hear me out. What if we had iron golems for each biome? Like for the desert, there was a rusted golem. For the spruce biome, we had a mossy golem and so on. Oh, so you mean like the skin of what it looked like differed depending on what village it generated in? Would that then mean... I guess my question to that is, like, would you want that to also apply to whatever golem you build? And... is it like, does the golem change by moving biomes? Like to what extent are you looking for? Or is the one that you build meant to look different as well? They still have made it, so if you stop breaking a block, it doesn't reset the breaking? Sorry, I was reading through. For example, in VR chat world, I need a game object to label as spawn point. Moving an empty object around can be tricky, so I usually add plain cube to hierarchy. So then I drag a spawn point object around. Cube goes, but it doesn't have to be a cube. It would be a gnome or a rubber duck or an unusual detailed third scan of terminate. It's getting hidden before the world goes public. Yeah, exactly. Or like a lot of people don't understand what goes on in the background of game engines as well. For instance, in lots of like first-person survival games or even third-person, like whatever the camera's not looking at is not loaded, and like your field of vision is all that's ever loaded. So even though you think like logically, like in the game's world, you're meant to be going down a path. As soon as you walk past the tree and it's out of your vision, it's gone. It deloads. And then if you turn around, it reloads back in. But it's all loading and deloading so fast with processing power that you just looks like it's still there. Oh, heaven. Well, see, for that reason, like, I don't think they plan to ever change that. Like, I don't think that's something they want to change. I think Mojang's opinion on that is going to be that's working as intended. Like that's a mechanic so far. And I think it is. I think it is currently a mechanic of like breaking blocks and stuff like that way, because I mean people certainly have built that into like how things like Bed Wars and the like works and take that into calculation. So I think at this point it's too far gone to like ever remove that. Certain things will always just stay the same way in Minecraft because it's how they've always been. Because that's another thing is with a game that's a legacy game like this, you can't really remove, like you can't just snip and cut willy-nilly, you know? It runs counter to the design, like to the design and feel and spirit of the game, which is weirdly very much alive in Minecraft. Like the spirit of the game, I don't think very few other games know their spirit as well as Minecraft does, I feel like. And I mean, I guess that's partially because they don't change up their leads or anything like that very often. Like it's just been trusted to Agnes and Jeb since Notch left, and it's been the same since. And I think it's been better for it since Notch left, honestly. I mean, I think Minecraft is in a better place now, and I don't even mean like as a community, I just mean like it is, in my opinion, in a better place at this point than it ever was under Notch. I think it's just a better game. I think it has become a better game, I should say. You don't have to read it out loud, but I did not see your highlighted message. If it wasn't what Tiger said, I could be a memory placement. So most coding languages don't read in white spaces between code at all, but sometimes weird things happen and the white space is read in/affects memory placement for data. So removing white space code, comments, objects, etc. can mess up the retrieval of data because it shifts the data address. That as well. That's enough. Code's such a weird thing. It's such like an interesting aspect to it, and it's another thing that I think, just because one thing I hope a lot of you can take away from like this whole conversation is how many different things go into games. And beyond that, what I also want to say, just because I always want to touch on it, anytime I talk about game design, something that I always think deserves to be touched on, partially because, history and poli-sci is my own thing personally, but like, let's say like you end up going to college or whatever, you're going to get a degree, and you're like, geez, well, I don't really want to work in a museum, but I want to get a history degree. History interests me. You can work in movies or in the entertainment industry or video games. A lot of video games hire historians. Not many, but they hire them on because they're doing something in a certain period, or they even just want to know how do I make a good history for my world. And that's a question, depending on how you want to do it, between a writer and a historian. So like things like that, those degrees are useful in video games as well. Just so you know. Just putting that out there. Colleen in VR chat, world is hard to understand. It would be based on the biome it was made in, and it can leave its biome, but it would be made wandering golem until it is close to a village. Ooh. Intriguing. I mean, I think that's an interesting idea. I wonder if they're just gonna make new golem types. See, oh my god, I just typed golem. I didn't mean to type golem. But no, like I think part of the question with golems comes up is that I don't know if Mojang's ever gonna really try to do much. Well, that's not true. They've offered the iron and stone golem up, but for bigger golems like protective golems and the like, I don't know if they're gonna like approach that again. I hope they do, but I also know it's often, anytime it gets brought up, it's often seen as like this, for lack of a better word, hot button issue in the Minecraft community. Weirdly enough, just because of like Notch and his own track record with stuff and the origins of golems as an idea and all these other things. So like, I don't know, it's a little peculiar, but I do hope that they explore it a bit more. Like a coal golem? No, but I mean, I think we might eventually get like, I kind of hope they add monstrosities, I'll be honest. I kind of do hope they add redstone monstrosities. That's always been one of the most interesting mobs to me. And I can totally, like, come on, yeah, like a redstone cave biome where like there's tons of redstone literally like everywhere. That's the place to get redstone. And then if you defeat the monstrosities that are there, and you can set up a mine, and then like it gives you reason, like it makes mining more challenging, you know what I mean? But not challenging in a bad way. It's like, oh, you can mine like I am right now, like just base mine, or, and you go, what do you mean or? Well, here, actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that. Yo, Randy, dude, thanks so much for the follow. solid, man. I appreciate that. Like, if you had an ice cave, you could add the iceologer or whatever. Or if you had like a redstone cave, and it makes caves more interesting to explore, and also a reason to explore them is it's a great source of whatever type of resource you're looking for. You know what I mean? Or, oh my god. So true, King. So true. They're trying to make new golems. Oh my god. They're begging and sobbing, trying to get my computer to add more golems. And that's the thing. I was gonna say that, and I walked back my statement almost immediately because I was like, no, I guess they are trying. But they're more like helper ones rather than like the bigger ones. But I don't know. I hope they do. Like, that's like, I want them to. Personally, I would love more golems. I mean, I've just personally preferred both the glare and the sniffer in both those votes. So, like, I didn't want the other ones. But oddly enough, I'm so surprised that the stone golem was not chosen. But I wonder if the next mob vote's just gonna be only golems. Just only you have to choose a golem. I'm so surprised that the rascal was second though. That genuinely baffles me. Like, it didn't seem like anybody cared about the rascal. But, I mean, I guess that also goes to show that, you know, like, what people say online is not necessarily what people actually feel or how they're gonna vote. But rascal does not deserve second. No, I personally don't feel it did either. But, like, it blows me away that, like, that is the case. It's interesting as well, though. More and more, it seemed this past year, a lot more people were vocal about, they felt, you know, like, oh, maybe we shouldn't decide this by vote. Maybe that's like a bad idea or whatever. Like, that always leaves some people feeling like they lost, or it shouldn't be like the others don't get added in, or etc. But what's interesting is it seems Minecraft's like they're also just tripling down on the voting. They're building servers now. They're like, yeah, we're not even just doing like, oh, you go vote on Twitter. They're like, no, now you're actually gonna go into a whole server we're gonna build every time. It's like, excuse me? Oh my god, they're committed. I'll listen. I'll give them that much. They're committed. It would honestly, it would be iconic. It would be iconic if they had an all golem vote. Hello? Have I been here? Doesn't seem to have. I'm finding so many of these things right now, man. Oh! Ew, a ravine. Ew. We're gonna go this way. Go back a little bit, then we're gonna go this way. I'm so upset the LA won. I wanted the glare so bad. I mean, yeah, I personally think the glare would have been a more interesting mob. It's funny as well because it also, the LA won and nobody cares about it. Like nobody, like it is no one's favorite mob at this point. Like even the people who were like super big on it, I still feel like no one is like out here like, oh my god, I'm so happy I got an LA. Like I feel like it just didn't do what people thought it was gonna do, which I said it wasn't going to. Oh my god, I'm still mad that like, or not mad. Mad's too strong of a word. I'm still a little pressed at the fact that like actively on the actual day of they were still revealing what the glare did. I think if they had have led with the fact that the glare could place torches, if you go back to that Minecraft Live, you can hear Jeb talk about in the pre-show that they're adding that capability for them. And I think if people knew that the glare was going to be able to place the torch, totally different vote. Totally different vote. It's no longer just a glorified F3. It's literally a helper. And it's a totally different vote at that point in my mind. I think people would treat it entirely different. It would be a different outcome. But alas, history said no. History doth be written by the victor. Big mineshaft. Well, no, big ravine that has a mineshaft attached. Very different things. Oh, and I'm writing your said. Oh my god. If it was pink, I would like it. Oh, helper that would do as people expected to. Well, the thing is, like, I don't know why people felt like the LA was gonna be some like super farm automatable, because that's not really anything in Minecraft. They're never trying to make something to be this super complex automatable device. Other than like if they're specifically adding in, I guess, hoppers, you could say they did that for, but like, I don't know. Minecraft, the farms that people make, I think that goes into some of the design thinking. I think there are members of the Minecraft, like Mojang staff, who are like that way inclined, and so they will often consider that and as an aspect when building out things. But ultimately, the majority of what is added to Minecraft is not to help you design something to, like, I don't know, for lack of a better word, cheat the game out of whatever resource gathering, etc. You know what I mean? I'm 3 for 3 on winners. Oh my god, I'm 2 for 3. You know what? You know how I can accept though that I can accept that the glare was not voted for. Or that the glare lost, honestly, because even though all those people are like, oh yeah, the streamer's gonna ring the vote, which we're not gonna get into why that doesn't even make sense, but either way, people will say that. What's his name? Tommy Innit, at the like height of the like everything Dream SMP and everything, like height of this man's power, he told people to vote for the glare and they didn't. So I mean, if you're gonna tell me that streamers have the power to totally sway the vote, like at the height, this man, one of the biggest streamers on the platform, was like, please vote for the glare, and people went no. So listen, I'm just gonna say, like, you know, fair and square. You lost fair and square. I also think people will like it, even though I personally liked it more when it was proportional representation and you could vote twice. I think people seem to like it more that you're only able to vote once, and then that just determines it off the jump. But I don't know. I personally think it makes more sense to hold 2 votes. Be like, okay, here's the 3, and then well, this one fell off. Is it gonna change your decision that one fell off? Like, that's just more democratic to be like, oh, you can vote again, and on that second vote, like, or just even just do it all as one vote, but on that vote, like on that vote, make it rank choice. Allow people to be like, oh yeah, I want this, and if not that, then this. Like that just makes sense. That's how democracy should be anyway. But I digress. Yo, hello Ash. If they wanted something to be great for automating building stuff, they should have gone for the copper golem, which could potentially have acted as RNG. Well, see, all those people disagree with that because they're like, yeah, it's RNG, but no more RNG than like a duplicator for, like, you can do that already with redstone, is their opinion, which is true. It would just be a cleaner version of that and a more easily accessible version, because lots of people don't know how, one, that you can do that, or two, how to. I want rank choice so bad. I wanted the US election so bad. Well, yeah, it just makes sense. It's literally the most logical thing. Yo, thanks so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate that. You are speaking facts. Thank you. So true, King. So true. Oh my good gracious. A whole can of worms. You can give us a ranked choice for government election. Oh my god. I'm just actively radicalizing the Minecraft community. Hassan who, man? It is I, the real Hassan. I didn't know that you could do that, but it makes sense. And yeah, and that's the thing. It's like all the people who make these farms already felt, oh, well, you can just already do that by duping or with a redstone ticker, basically. But lots of people don't know how that works. Like, redstone is something you just kind of get into. I know, like, there's tons of people you can be in those who are like, bro, it's just binary, bro. It's easy. It's not though. It's not indicative. Like, it's not intuitive. You have to watch things that other people have made to understand how to do that stuff in Minecraft. There, like how the original people who figured that out, sure, and there are probably some who can figure it all out on their own. There probably are. There's gotta be, you know. But the vast majority cannot. L on Minecraft community. Oh my good gracious. You radicalize people. I don't know. I could absolutely. I feel I could Jadders, have I radicalized any of your opinions actually? Have I radicalized your opinions? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Just don't blame me in court. You know, don't ever blame me. Don't lead this back to me. I was already pretty rad. I mean, that tracks. I don't honestly think I've radicalized too many of you. I think there's some of you who are young enough that I probably introduced some topics to you, but that doesn't mean I necessarily radicalized. Well, that's filled up. Oh, can make iron blocks, iron. And yeah, then we're just gonna move this down here. Trying to make like the best use of this full chest as I can. You know what? Here we're just gonna, you know what? We're gonna run some of this back to the house for now. We're gonna run some of this back. Why not? We're gonna come back because we still need to do more. Like again, I'm just trying to gather as much cobble and like coal resources as I can, because that means we'll just be set going forward for a good little bit. You know what I mean? Remember 2 hours ago when I said I would work on a VOD channel, and then Edward said hop on OTTT, and then I didn't look at the VOD channel at all? Tisk tisk. Tisk tisk, how could you? Oh my god. Good times. Not good times. Not good times at all. Man, it's wild how few people can define the things that they call other people. I'm not gonna lie, like, people just use words all the time, and you're like, really? Dude, do you just not... do you just not know, like, what you're saying? Do you just, like, you're just gonna throw these out randomly? Anyway, I digress. I don't want to get into that topic. That just gets into a whole bunch... It's just a whole mess. What I am excited for, though, and I talked about it a little on Friday because I binged the 3 episodes that were already out. But yeah, the Legends of Vox Machina, which for those that don't know, there's just like group that plays D&D called Critical Role. They're the biggest channel on Twitch, which is still so funny to me. I mean, they are, like, it's not a joke. They legitimately are. It's just funny to me that is the case. And... No. And like so. And there it is. That goes there, that goes there. Do I have any gold out already? No. We'll just set that there for now. Set that there. I'm not gonna need the birch for this first next trip. Tangentially related topic I was typing. Oh my good gracious. But anyway, no. How do we even get onto this topic? Oh, game design. We were talking about game design. I never even finished my story. Anyway, what I was gonna say is just kind of like a final thing towards game design and the like, which was forever ago now that I think about it, although we were actually talking about it. Game design is interesting to me for the fact that in terms of doing it for D&D, like which what we were talking about, I was talking about a game design element that I was doing for D&D, just developing an encounter with my own personal homebrew version of a Hydra that's sort of lava based because I want it to be elemental and a bunch of other things, and then we really went places. No, we I mean, the game design broke off into talking about Minecraft, into talking about like the issues with Minecraft, into talking about we almost went political. We didn't. We stopped ourselves. Big first on the Napoleonic channel, I know. Have a good night, channel peeps. Bye. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, dude. Hope it is a fantastic week. Big pog. But no, yeah, with game design though, one thing that is important to keep in mind is, you know, balancing the fight versus what's going on, trying to make sure that all players have something to kind of be doing in every fight, so that it never feel like, because, you know, like, if you, let's say you, like, design an encounter that's going to just be all flying encounters, you know what I mean? Or the enemy's gonna be flying. If you have a barbarian that has no way of getting up to this thing, and has no throwable, like no ranged capabilities, it's going to be an unfun time for that player. So you have to figure out things that player can be doing. Whether that's like assisting with like one, you could put terrain reasons like that could exist. Maybe there's a chain that exists on the actual creature, because maybe it's like I mean, what's coming to mind right now is let's put it into D&D. Let's say you're robbing a magical bank, and in that magical bank there is a dragon that is chained up to guard one of the bank accounts, you know, a la the Gringotts in Harry Potter or whatever. Okay, well, great. And then that would be a great encounter because you've demonstrated early on there are the little like jingly things to like harm it or whatever that it's trained to like run away from. But then also there's chains. Okay, you have a barbarian who can make strength checks against those chains or try to hit over pillars to hit on it, kind of thing. Maybe it can fly out of reach, but there's ways around that. Or maybe there's it's like in a landscape that has reason for I don't know, a ballista to exist, and you can use that, or etc. Like other things can exist, or something entirely separate from the fight can exist for that person to be doing. Like if your fighter can't reach that entity that they're fighting, maybe the fighter can instead be put in charge of trying to discern and figure out a lock combo, or like trying to discern and figure out a escape from the room slowly filling up with water. How do we fix that part? Okay, how do we fix like an acid or whatever it'll be, you know what I mean? And so that's what's been interesting to me, is been trying to figure out, there's been a lot of homebrew that's gone into this game. I've talked about it a number of times, I believe, the game that I plan to run, kind of thing. This is like a third iteration of it. It's existed and has been run in other for people in other iterations of itself, but one thing that I really enjoy is getting to rerun the same game that I homebrewed before and see how I do it differently, or what worked, what didn't work, and improve it and kind of craft it a bit more. And the adventure never works out the same, because sometimes different things change and all these other things. So for instance, it's set in antiquity, because I find that, you know, antiquity is a very interesting setting, and not a lot of things set in antiquity, and yada 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 yada, you know? So that's like a fun thing for me. One of the homebrew elements that I've done for that is, you know, okay, in this kind of setting, maybe we say that demigod, like people who become adventurers just are demigods. You can, and like if somebody really wants to play a non-demigod, you can look into that as well, like favored by the gods. Like, but it's a world where gods are such a thing, like it's just such a known quantity, but beyond a known quantity, it's a very much they walk among you setting versus the remove setting. Because, you know, you can set up a world where gods walk among you, But then one of the impetus there you got to figure out is why they don't just fix the problem themselves. And that can be as simple as they just don't want to. They're bored. They're bored and do not wish to. That's not what they're working on. Or you can have it be like, oh, well, they don't handle something this small, but they send their disciples or they send demigods to deal with it, etc., etc. Like, there's a million ways to deal with that aspect of it. But one thing that's been interesting is I cannibalized an element from one version of the D&D settings that's from Magic the Gathering called Theros, which is effectively antiquity. It's like an ancient Greek kind of setting. But working out how, worship of a god and all these other things, or like being descendant of a god can and should affect a character and what that means for that character, and like the benefits and whatnot they can get for what they do and how their worship can look and all these other things is just really interesting to me. It really can build out a whole interesting world of like giving your player characters things to do beyond just combat and shopping. Because a lot of D&D, or like especially early on when we were just getting into it, will always just feel like, well, what do you do in D&D? You fight things, you occasionally chat with some people, and you buy things with the gold that you got from the things you fight. Okay, well, that's cool. That's a cool way to do a story, and that's awesome. That's great classic D&D. But let's say you want to spice it up a little. You can add, look at the reason why they fight. Are they fighting for the gold? Okay, maybe they can fight for something entirely different, which means maybe the task becomes more difficult. You can't kill anything in doing this fight because your god doesn't want anything dead, etc., etc., etc. Or you can't harm the region because your nature god would look displeased on you if you use spells that harm the region around you and all these other things. Anyway, there's lots of little things that factor into these kind of decisions and the like, and it's just very interesting to me. It's a very interesting subsect of like designing encounters and game that like gets you into thinking on like game design and like figuring out mechanics, or how to figure out how to make your player characters feel really cool, or like how to make politics in your game world feel more fleshed out and feel more like realistic in some aspect. Like not just like you said it happened because it happens, but like there's reason for that to have happened, or reason for a player or an NPC to have done or not done something. And working out that stuff, I don't know, it like really interests me as like an element to that game, and it's more of what the game is for the DM, if that makes sense. But anyway, I digress. That's gonna go there, that's gonna go there. Perfect. Ooh. That'll go there, that'll go there, that can go right there, that can go right there. The dirt does not belong in there, the dirt belongs right in here. Wait, no, those one into the wrong. I put those into the wrong area. MJ, that just sounds mean. Why are you doing that? MJ, why are you being so mean to the poor AI? What did the AI do to you, man? This is just hanging out. What did it do to you? Why you gonna hurt the AI like this, huh? What did he ever do to you? What did he ever do to you? He did nothing. Alright, let's go mine all this down real quick. Oh man, but yeah. Anyway, so sorry for the Legends of I totally, I totally got entranced into what I was doing. But yeah, for the Legends of Vox Machina show, what's interesting to me about that is like a TV show is how well their D&D games translating to it, in terms of both like fantasy and the like. But like, it's cool to see stuff that I remember watching like at their home table, kind of like work, but as a TV show. I mean, I don't know, a game that like yo, Chris Kills, thanks so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. And Edward isn't here right now to see my bullying. Oh my god. Edward would stop you. Edward would be far kinder. Edward would be far kinder to the poor AI. I can't believe you're being so mean. I mean, I can absolutely believe it. That part's a lie. I can absolutely believe that bit. But anyway, no, it's very interesting to watch how all that changes and the like works between D&D and that. And my friends and I will often play. Well, you could call it a nerdy game. What we'll do is while watching a movie or whatever, if it's like a B movie or a movie we don't really like care about, it'll be like, oh yeah, like how would you turn this into a D&D setting, or like could this work as a D&D setting? Like what would you need to change, or like what elements of this is just classic D&D campaign? Cause I don't know, you could break like D&D helps you break down so many movies and plots and everything into just like their core aspects to like really digest it. It's like a very useful skill. I really do feel genuinely that like D&D should be taught to some degree, or be like no, maybe not taught. That'll probably inevitably ruin it in terms of what it can teach people. Holy guacamole! Look at how much copper that is. Good googly woogly. I mean, I knew it was like a stack, almost 2 stacks of ore, but my good gracious, I didn't realize it was that much. And like that, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. I'm immeasurably rich and don't know what to do with the facility. Oh my god. I had some more cobblestone than that once. More cobble than that. Oh yeah, it's not like that's an absurd number in the way of like, oh sweet Jesus, that I've never seen that much before. It's just mostly like, I didn't realize it filled my inventory that much. I thought maybe it would be like, I don't know, like 9. I thought it might be like 9 stacks total. I get Fortune 2 is a powerful little item, I guess, or Fortune 3, sorry, yeah. I really should make an auto smelter with these back at the factory where I have the other auto smelter stuff, but oh well. Yo, Mount St. Helena. How goes it? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Oh my god. My friend got me a little axolotl. Not like a real axolotl, but you know, like, my friend got me a, Just mind? My friend got me a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they 3D printed me an axolotl, but they did it in like purple and gold because like those are my favorite colors. So I don't know, it's real cool. I don't know what to name him. I need to name him something. He's currently on my shelf next to my desk, but I don't know what to name him. He needs a name, something snappy, but not something that's pretentious. Mortimer, no. No, it shall not be Mortimer. I shall not name him Mortimer. That feels wrong. Oh, that's gonna be great when that's finished like that. That's gonna be a great little windmill. Well, I do need to work on that field then to make that more of a full realized field. Frankenfurter. Maybe. I don't hate that. Cornelius is pretty good. Frankfurt, no, yeah. Mount St. Helen. Well, I mean, that's the name of my axolotls in this game, though. I don't want to name them the same thing there. That's their name. Francois. Ooh, I do kind of like Francois. I'm kind of really big on Francois right now. Ooh, wait a minute. That's good. Void? It's not, it doesn't have the same showmanship to it. It doesn't, it's lacking show. I can't see that. I can't see Void wearing a top hat and making a total like fabrication of P.T. Barnum's life, you know? I can't see him as a showman with that name. Oh my god. Francois, it might be. I might just go with Francois. That might. I might be sold on that. Points French. Oh my god. And your point. What are you saying? Oh my god. Oh, sultry, my beloved. It's like basically done. I just need to like get enough of the. I don't know why I didn't finish the top. I'm gonna go gather leaves. I think next. I think maybe we have enough resources of this type, and we can move on to gathering some leaves for the next bit of stream. But I don't want to leave because otherwise it'll stop smelting, and it's nearly done. And I want to set this stuff to smelt first. Well, here, let me just brick. We're gonna go over to the super smelter, because that's where I'm gonna start collecting brick. Because that just makes sense, because that's the industrial district, and that's where brick should be collected. Oh man, I've been giving that some thought, Rita. I was asked the other day what my favorite Christmas gift was, which is like, I know we're past it. Don't get me wrong. I know we're past Christmas gift. But a friend of mine, so we went to coffee the other day, which was just like catch up coffee or whatever, because they were in town, and while doing so, they'd asked me that question, and I think I have maybe posed this to chat before, but I think it's a fun little thing to think on, of like what your favorite of any type of gift, like not Christmas, like birthday or Christmas, or just because gifts of like from friends. Like, do you have like a gift that you always think of as like the gift that you've always been like, wow, that was awesome? You know what I mean? Like for me, I feel like it's got to be like there was this this castle, like Hasbro castle I was given as like a very small child, and so maybe it's the nostalgia factor of it all. I don't know, but I really do enjoy that. I feel like that was a really good, like a really great thing. I was really like sold on that. I was like, gee willikers, that was awesome. That empty. Okay, perfect. Wait, what? Okay, that's working as intended. Okay, it's fine. I just almost put it into the wrong chest. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, set. Hades? Oh, like the game Hades? Like the little roguelike? Because that's a sick game. We've been playing a little bit of that on stream lately. Actually, I'd never played it prior. I think I almost have it beat on the current round. I mean, I literally only just got, I got to Theseus once and then died, probably because of what Aphrodite did to me. But you know, I'm not bitter. I'm fine. I'm not bitter about it. When I was a toddler, I was given Elmo plushie, and I still have he's the best gift. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. So maybe it's the nostalgia of gifts. Maybe that's what decides it. I don't know. I've just been doing a lot of thinking on stuff like that lately, just because, you know, why not? It's a fun thing to think on, or at least I think it is. Almost didn't make it. Poor guy. Alright, that's just gonna keep running. I'm gonna gather some dirt real quick from, like, I guess just here. I've never heard a game called Hades. I was thinking the Greek god. Oh, you think? Yeah, well, it's named the same. There's a game called Hades, which is about the son of Hades, Zagreus, who's like a mythical being that we don't know too much about. But anyway, he's one of the children of Hades, and interesting. It's a pretty fun, like little roguelike game. Where you're meant to just keep grinding it out, like dying and trying to beat it every time. Like you learn something new every time you go, as you try to like defeat the game. So it's an interesting game like that. But yeah, it's a real fun one. I mean, the god himself's also quite interesting. Oh, speaking of, I don't know how many of you, I saw, and I know it's not targeted at me probably, but like, I say probably, but no, I saw the trailer for, there we go. I saw the trailer for the Disney Plus Percy Jackson series. It looks like it's gonna be good. Good for them, man. Good for that author. He's finally getting. They're talking about the name of the axolotl. Oh, I'm just an idiot. I am a fool. I am a buffoon. Well, I mean, MJ, yeah, if you want to use logic in this situation, sure, that's probably what they were talking about. But how was I to know that? Ow! 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 Maybe they just wanted to randomly bring up the Greek god of the underworld. I don't know. I do that occasionally. I will occasionally just bring him up into conversation. Why not, you know? As a treat. As a good little treat for myself, you know, I'll sometimes just be like, you know what? I deserve this. I want to talk about Hades today. Ow! 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 Wait, why is that one regular dirt? That's weird. This is quite a little ingenious invention, you know that? I mean, I know I didn't really come up with most of the like parts, but even still, it's just I'm really pleased with this. I'm not good at redstone to begin with, so I'm like really pleased that this worked. And it does still need its shell. I didn't actually build the building to go over it because I just was lazy that day, I guess. But even still, I know what I want to do. I want to do a smokestack little area for this like little walk-up bit. And then the rest will just be a kind of stubbier little thing. It'll play pretty close to itself because you know you just run on top of it to do anything anyway. Redstone was my enemy. Redstone's my until I played this hardcore world. So like when I started this, I knew nothing about redstone. And it's still true in my opinion. Like if you asked me to build you something with redstone, I could not do it. I like there's very little I think I could understand or do. I don't even think I could recreate the temple trap like on my own. I just don't think I could. I think I'd need a guide of some sort. It's just really not my thing. I just don't get it in the same way. But mind you, I mean, I'd say the same thing about building. Where like I feel like I don't truly understand how to build very well in Minecraft. I'm getting better. This has been like a really great development of my building skill has gone on during playing the hardcore world. But even still, I don't feel like I'm a good builder. I feel like I'm just like I've become better than subpar. You know what I mean? Most of my houses prior to this, I would always just build into the land. I'd build hobbit houses all the time, and that's because I didn't have to worry about what the outside looked like. You know what I mean? I can do interiors very well, but boy, am I bad at doing exteriors. But I really like Greek history and gods because I really like history. I'm glad that it was a lot that you were just like, oh my god. I'm glad that we messed up enough that it was funny. Ceiling for this farm. Yeah, I mean, well, for the industrial things, I don't think I'll do like that kind of roofing works, but I find that kind of roofing works more for like less industrial builds. in my opinion at least. Whereas like I'm trying to make sure that this feels industrial. Copper. Wow. Wait, why was that? No, give me that. Jeez Louise. You know, maybe. Yeah, let's just start with that. Eight. And that. Perfect. A little bit more. Ow! Why? Don't do that. Don't hit me like that. That's not nice. It's not a nice thing to do to someone. It's rather rude, actually. Very unbecoming. And like so. Perfect! And they smelt so quickly. The sprinklers? I might do that. That might work. That's like a little internal design, but yeah. That's so cute. Wait, how does the water get in now? What do you mean, how does the water get in? Water for what? Yo, razor wire armpit hair. Thank you so much for the follow. Whoa, what a name. Scrumpy because he's hungry? Well, he's hungry for brains, so he can't have them. All right, listen, he's not allowed. He's a hungry little fella maybe, but he ain't allowed. Hey, come on, hurry up. You don't still need to be cooking. This thing's already 20 ingots in. Come on. For clay, but you already read about this. So good. Oh my god. Well, even without that, like, the industrial part of it is that it has a water tube in the back. That's how the water gets in. I mean, it's just a vat. It's a water hose system. Hey, yo, Druid, dude, what's up, man? Long time no see. How do? Hope you're doing well. Hope life's treating you well. No. I'm waiting for copper to finish boiling. Man, I really did just never finish the top of this. I don't even know why. I just never did, because I always thought it was meant to be temporary, and now we're a year and a half later, and it's still here. Like it was meant to be so temporary. Oh, man, have you tried not being poor? How dare you? How dare you? What have I done to deserve this? What do the dog be doing? Well, you know, he be hanging out. Actually, I guess we can go ask. I think our dog's down there, isn't he? Yeah, well, he be doing good. He be cooking up some grilled cheese, you know, as one does. As that dog and oh my god. I'm doomed. Doomed? Why, chicken? Why? What happened? What do you mean you're doomed? That's so melodramatic. Who are you? Me? What do you mean you're doomed? Only I'm allowed to be doomed. I'm the melodramatic one. Copper. I can't believe you came in here and instantly dunked on me. That's, I mean, on the one hand, God bless, but on the other hand, absolutely fair. But on the other hand, ow, my feelings. No, that's just not. That's pointless. That's just silly. And like so, like that. cringe in a college essay like terminal level brain. Like you put the literal word cringe in, or you put in something like you wrote into something into your essay that you feel was cringe. And to what extent do you mean, my good man? Make the professors deal with it, man. Pink really said, listen, I'm sorry, but this is your problem. L to you, but I had nothing to do with this. Give, let me have, give me the copper, give it to me. Well, fine. Then that, put that, then perfect. Grab that, slam that right there and no, down there like that. Perfect. One thing I love doing to my friends that weren't raised Christians is obnoxiously point out Christian imagery, symbolism, and songs they love. Oh my god. You know this Christian rock band? Okay. Jesus took the wheel. What do you mean Jesus took the wheel? I'm curious as to what the terminal, like, what is terminal level ill of brain rot? Like, what does that entail? I feel like that's got to be something like impressive. Like, I feel like it'll be to an impressive extent. I put a link to a video that's stupid, so unrecognizable as content, with reference so vile that I begged my teacher in the essay not to follow the link. What did you link them to? I'm vaguely. What do you mean? I'm perturbed. What does this mean? What does this mean, chicken? What did you link them to? Was it Tobuscus? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean you linked them to some terminal brain rot? What does that even mean, man? I guess we'll just do it this way, and then bet, then bet, then bet, and then bet, and then bet. Meow. Do I have any efficiency books actually? Knockback, projectile, power, protection, piercing, power, looting, bane of arthropods, blast protection, sharpness, quick charge. What are those? Band of arthropods, projectile protection, power, protection, piercing, impaling, protection, efficiency, piercing, knockback, efficiency 1, but that's not really what I want. Oh, efficiency 1 again, that's efficiency 2. By combining those, what's that? Feather falling forward, that's not really what I want. I used to think the song "Somebody That I Used to Know" because when I played 24/7, I would have just radio on and read the Bible all night. Was religious. I mean, maybe these songs are religious. Ever think of that one? Obliterated. Simply melted. Oh man. Oh, I was meant to play Sandcraft tonight. I totally forgot about that. I was meant to be doing something else today. Whoopsies. Rot roll. Efficiency and efficiency. 2, efficiency and efficiency. Efficiency 3. Efficiency 3. Let's go! Not going to culinary college. Oh my god. I got a spaghetti due at midnight. Get out of my way. Just slamming some pastrami through like the professor's little like slot where you're meant to put papers. Just like, please, please, you have to accept my duck, my couscous, please. Oh my god. Please, don't hug me. I'm scared. His vibe of being deep. It's just horror. There's inflation and in the video I sent. I don't like. I'm a little confused. I mean, like, sure, furries are like that. Yeah, I guess. But like, inflation's just like, that's normal in an essay. You just have that in it. Like, do you know how many essays I've written about inflation? What do you mean? How is that at all? Whatever. Okay, sure. That, I guess, spaghetti, you say? Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. If you work in like culinary, then like spaghetti's just like. Nap, I appreciate you. What do you mean? Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. Please stop while you're ahead. What do you mean? What? What do you mean while I'm ahead? What does that mean? I'm so confused. I'm so very confused. I'm always ahead. What do you mean? Okay, I'm stopping. Whatever. Tiger, no. What am I missing here? I'm so confused. We are not explaining this such a. Oh my god. ILDM, do I want to be the... You know what? Leave me in the dark. Don't tell me about it. Aristotle, or Socrates asked, is it better than know or not to know? In this instant, I've decided not know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Whatever it is, you guys have... Your reaction's been sufficient that I just don't want to know. Huh. That's not good. Oh well. Jeez. You mind? Some people. To know or not to know, the answer to the question is no. Oh my god, I like the wordplay. I like zombies. They go, the end of the world, as we know it. Oh my god. It's really cool, and that show is cool. You just like it because Pedro Pascal's in it. Like, I'm sorry, but it's true. Also zombies probably, but I will say, they weirdly, they decided to not go the spore route, and I wonder if it's because Pedro Pascal just was tired of having, like, so many of his, like, there's whole sections of the game where you're in, like, gas masks and stuff like that because of, spores. And I wonder if Pedro Pascal was just so tired of, like, always having his face obscured by masks being Mando, that it's like, no, I will not do a role, like, another role with a mask. So I wonder if they cut it for that reason. But I do know they cut all the gas mask parts. They basically said, yeah, we're not doing that bit. Or maybe it was a COVID thing. Maybe they felt like people would feel it was like a COVID thing. I don't know. But like, I just know that like that's like a big section of the game and they entirely cut it. Oh man, though I did hear great things. I haven't actually watched it, and I mean, I've never that game, like, I've never actually played through the game. I watched a playthrough of it, and then I've like noodled. I noodled around on Last of Us once in like a Best Buy, and then like the rest, well, it was like on display or something, and like I think my mom was shopping. But anyway, otherwise, I watched playthroughs, and then like I've read a lot into it and stuff like that. The thing that blows my mind about that game is it's one of those games that's very much its gameplay is not good. It's an excellent, don't get me wrong, it is deserving of its praise as like a piece of art. It is a beautiful game. It is cinematically impressive at its time when it came out. It was visually impressive, still holds up in my opinion. It's original, doesn't need all those re-releases, but whatever. mechanics wise, which I think the second one, I don't know enough about the second one gameplay wise, but I think the second one course corrected a bit, but otherwise, like, those mechanics were not good. But you know what's hilarious to me? Do you guys realize the first The Last of Us had a multiplayer, like, and I mean multiplayer, like online, like versus game, like not like, oh, multiplayer co-op. I mean online. You are not like Joel and Ellie. You're like random people, and they're random people, and they're not zombies. And you're like you're just. It's just like a battle box mode, like an arena mode. For what reason? I have no idea. It was not a good enough, like mechanically speaking, game. It was not tight enough for that. It did. Yeah, I feel like so many people forget that. The one where Pascal becomes the mask guy. I'll just content. He's just wearing a mask. Oh my god. It's like Alan Tudyk. It's the voice of so many different people. But no, like genuinely, yeah, it had a whole like, and I remember watching like YouTubers at the time play it back from dinner. Oh, welcome back, Edward. But no, like it was this weird element to that game that like totally didn't work, made no sense, was not really fun or helpful to anybody. Like, because again, it's like it was in the height of every game needed multiplayer at that point. Like because when that game, what year did that come out? Let me double check. I'm gonna guess 2012, but no, 2013. Okay, well that makes sense. Yeah, either way, every game at that point needed multiplayer. Like that was the big thing, was every game had multiplayer now. It was before battle passes and battle royales were the big thing, but every game had to have multiplayer. And so yeah, the first Last of Us game, I don't even know if it's in its re-release, but the first one had multiplayer. And it was a whole thing. I can't believe Edward tagged me in for Dinner Dash. Oh my god. Not that era. Yeah, I know. Right? What I was talking about, Edward, was in the first The Last of Us, which was not really mechanically speaking even a good game. Like in terms of like gameplay wise, it was clunky. It like didn't move very fluidly. Its gunplay was pretty meh. A lot of the like times you like there was a lot of hitbox collision that like made it less smooth. It just wasn't really a, because that's not what it was trying to be. Like in terms of a game, like while that is a detriment, like that, it was one of the first games though that really made people be like, oh, a game can just be a movie. You know what I mean? In the way of like, I think Red Dead 2 does it better in the sense that like that's a game that's more a movie than a game, but it has the mechanics down at least, so the mechanics still feel quite fluid and good. But there was nothing like God of War is the version of that where it's like, oh no, but it's a game, and like there's not just puzzles, but also like the mechanics are fluid and you can combo things and like interact and all these other things, where that really wasn't a thing. Oh my god. Yeah, oh yeah, Edward, what you missed was MJ apparently brutalized all the AI or something. Prevented them from getting any money because they can only know how to make bus stops or something like that. It was wild. But yeah, in terms of like building out that game though, that part doesn't matter because that's not what it was trying to be. It wasn't trying to be like the greatest video game in that way. It was trying to be a really good story. And like change the game, like in terms of change the landscape of making games in terms of like VO work and voice acting and all those other things. That's still, even though it's not, I think it's certainly not the first. I mean, she was on Full House originally as a kid, as a child actor. But I think it was Full House. Anyway, but like Ashley Johnson, like that certainly I think was and remains the height of her voice acting career outside of her like Critical Role work and her like TV work. It's also so it's so interesting to me, like when you get into the world of like voice actors. I don't mean being a voice actor. I mean like when you get into the world of like following them and being like, oh yeah, these are actors and you follow them. I remember it's more common now, but I remember when that was started up, people would just be like, oh my god, Ashley, like with Critical Role, people were like, this person was in the Avengers? Because she's like the waitress in Avengers, and like it's like all these like little bit, like, you know what I mean? Which is why it's correct. Oh my god. Yeah, well, because you did. You were just like, yeah, I kind of, I broke it. With a lead pipe to the face. Oh, my sweet Jesus. But yeah. I hope Din Din was good, by the way, Edward. I hope it was delectable, you know? I hope it was scrum-diddly-ishes. I had to have some water. But yeah. Oh, man. I thought I accidentally turned disasters on because I thought my city was on fire, but it was just billboards. Oh, God. Well, I mean, in a matter of speaking, I guess that is technically on fire if you want to believe that capitalism has invaded your city, but I imagine it was capitalist to begin with. Oh, man. I have to, like, rewrite. There's, like, a script I've been working on for a video, and there's a section that I know I'm going to have to rewrite. I'm so sad about it. Like, I like, it's not like it's bad. It's just, I'm like, that's a bit dramatic. Like, you know when you write something sometimes and like, you're getting into, like, that kind of semi, like, passionate writing, and then, like, later you go back and reread it, and you're like, that's a bit much. That's a bit heavy-handed. I don't need that. You know what I mean? That happens sometimes. I was expecting nothing else. Well, no, it was just like the wording was just a little too flowery. You know what I mean? Or it is, I should say. Like flowery wording, which yeah, sure, I do use a lot, and so it's never gonna be totally not there. But you know, you can when you're writing something to say, it can wax on a little poetically. You know what I mean? You know, you're passionate. No, I didn't say that. I said, you know, when you're like you're writing passionately, there's a difference. Passionate writers are different from writing passionately. It's a slim difference, but there's a difference. One's capable of a lot of things. The other is in the moment doing something. Passionate writers are far superior to anything I've ever done. But anyway, I don't know. It's a lot of like walking into rooms, declaring things, you know. But I'm excited for it. It's like one of the bigger video projects kind of thing, more like a video essay that I'm working on, which is gonna be, I guess, augmented by those by the kind of like let's play type things. And I want to do some more. I want to do more let's play kind of things. I want to do more long form content in terms of like the essay kind of thing. And then I think I also want to do more group collaboration, because that's also fun. Please tell me a happy story, something to reform my brain. Sure, yeah, why not? I could do that. A happy story. Once there was an ugly barnacle. Oh my god. Happy story, happy story, happy story. Well, there was this one time that I was I was at this candy shop, or rather I was outside of a candy shop for a good little while. Like probably like pushing an hour. Like I was just sadly looking in on this candy shop, and every day I would go there at the end of the day, every second day throughout the week. This is probably back when I was like, I don't know, 7 to 9 kind of thing, and I'd always just kind of like stare, like it was on the route back from where I like went to school kind of thing, and I always stare kind of longingly in, and I was like, because you know I wanted the chocolate bar, but like you know I was like a child, I had no money, so like there was no way I was ever gonna get it. And so that went on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And all the time I kind of looked at it, I was like, because like my parents were pretty like, you know, they weren't big on, you know, like having candy readily available. Candy was like a real treat kind of thing. You know, for better, that's probably a good way to do things. But what this inevitably led to was a whole candy store. Yeah, like a store dedicated to candy. What do you mean? Like, yeah, a candy store. Anyway. So working away on that and the like, I I went. I think the owner eventually started to like kind of take pity on me, but he wasn't gonna just let me have the candy bar all on its own. Like, but he would start talking to me because he'd see me, and he had like plants that were outside that he'd water. And so he'd kind of strike up conversation occasionally, like not deep conversation, obviously. It's like the kind of conversation like an adult strikes up with a kid, like, hey kid, what's going on? Like, can I help you? Like, why are you here? Etc. 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 He's like, but yeah, you keep coming back and you keep staring at this same set of candy. Kind of thing, like this candy bar. I was like, yeah, and like, as a kid you're just quite honest. You're like, yeah, I can't afford it. And my mom doesn't like want me to have candy. He's like, oh well, that's a shame, and we continue on like that. It's like probably a good like 3 weeks later, like, and I've just not let go of this candy bar. I have just simply not let go of one of his candy bar. I don't even know why I wanted this so much. Like, I like it was just a chocolate bar. It was just something that like I saw every day, so I really wanted it. But inevitably, what this turned into was the actual was the actual owner was like, here, like one day was like, here, I'll tell you what, I can't give you the candy bar because I gotta make money. I was like, yeah, of course you do. Yeah, of course you do, sir. Yep. Yes, you got to make your money. Yes. As a kid, parents back everything. He's like, yes, of course you do. He says, but I see you here all the time. How about once a week? And mind you, like this didn't continue much past, and it wasn't really anecdotally, it really wasn't that much work. But it was like, hey, how about this? I'm getting kind of old, kid. So how about once a week, when you stop by, you just sweep out front, like you just sweep the like little entryway kind of thing of the leaves and the like, because it was fall. He's like, you sweep up those leaves for me, I'll give you a candy bar. Like the sweeping took 10 to 20 minutes, probably tops. It was just a silly little broom. Like it was like nothing. So it's not like I was truly getting gouged and used for my money. Because like at most, like he's probably losing more than he's getting out of this. In terms of finance, because like a couple bucks for a couple buck candy bar versus the 10 to 20 minutes of work of just quickly sweeping, and not sweeping well, mind you, like as well as a kid does. And so that was how I ended up getting running this random little chocolate racket because I would just sweep, and then I'd get the chocolate. I'd sweep it and get the chocolate kind of thing, and I'd only do it like once every second week or whatever. Yeah, and the guy, he was just a real sweet guy about it. Like he was a real nice guy. He's quite old. The candy shop, I don't think it exists anymore, actually, regrettably. I think it went under because I think he passed away or whatever, and then that happened. But regardless, it was a very sweet thing, and literally and figuratively, and I think I'm always gonna remember that. I don't know. That's a bit of a never really got paid like $10 an hour as a kid. No, for real. It's my point. Like these were like king size candy bars. They weren't like tiny like Halloween candy bars. These were ones that would easily have cost like a couple dollars kind of thing at a time. And so like I think it was like a $5 candy bar. He was giving it to me like for the sake of sweeping or whatever. He was just a nice guy. He was like just an old man. And so he was just very sweet about it. So there you go. There's a happy kind of story, That's how little old Nap got a candy bar. I did see him again, actually. I saw him again years later, before the candy shop closed. He's a nice guy. I think he served. Yeah, actually, yeah, he did. You know what? He was my first reference on my job application at DQ. He because DQ was my first like job, and so like my first job, and I didn't have any references to give, so I was like, and he was my first reference, and he said he would be. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, he was my first reference. Yeah, he was a real sweet guy. Glad you shared it. Well, good. I'm glad. It was a story that didn't really have a point, so I felt a little bit bad there. I was like, yeah, it doesn't really have a point to its ending, but yeah, it was just nice. It was like a nice thing. It's a nice kindness that people do, and I think the world needs more stories of just random kindness at times. can seem dark, but realistically, life can just be small community like that. Even in big community. I am not what is adorable about that? I used him for his reference. How dare you? How dare you? I used him in his business name. And I was like, yeah, that's right. You're my reference now. I never even worked for you. Yeah, bam, not sweet at all. L. I'm going to candy shop over some other little kids. Honestly, if streaming ever goes anywhere, I will open a candy shop. That is not even a joke. That is like a genuine thing. Like, if I didn't have to worry about it being my actual like income and I could just like run one, I would absolutely do that. Like, there's a small hole in the wall one, like not like a big place. I would absolutely do that. That would be awesome. Or if streaming goes anywhere and Twitch would ever let me, I would like, I would run like a little stand-up candy booth at like a Twitch con. Like let's say I ever became like big. Never gonna happen, but let's say I did. Gotta keep myself humble. But no, like seriously, like if like let's say I became big enough that Twitch was like gonna invite me to TwitchCon kind of thing. It was like, oh, is there anything you'd like to do? Do you need a panel or anything like that? Like a meet and greet? I would make my meet and greet also like a little candy shop thing. Like I'd be like, yeah, I'd bring like a bunch of different like candies and stuff like that. Oh, it'd be great. And people would need to bring their own. I'd make it a trade though. I'd make it that you'd have to figure out what a real life point is, and you'd have to bring me that. You'd have to bring me a real life rendition, and it could literally just be cardboard with like a like printed out colored version of the coin that Pink drew, and just slap that onto the cardboard and give you that token, and then I'll give you some candy. That'd be sweet. And then you can have some like free candy to munch on at the place. You don't gotta buy it from Twitch. You know what I mean? That'd be great. I'd do that. That'd be awesome. And then they couldn't say I was just like, you know, they couldn't say it was like a bad thing because I'd be like, no, they're paying me for it. I just really value these coins. I really value these. That's all. It's merch. It's merch. Shush. It's merch. I just be like, no, it's merch, and they're buying it. Shush. I'm not doing anything. It's nothing illegal. It's merch. I put value on these points. Oh my god. You want an actual silver dollar spray painted the gold? Yes, exactly. Would mess it up so badly. The candy, it would have arsenic in it. I'd bring it myself. Oh my god, Mr. Twitch himself's like, wait a minute, Napoleon. Grabs it, like, pours arsenic on it, shakes it, hands it back. Now you can hand it out. Oh my god. I think that's what I'd want to do. Like, I feel like that, I don't know. Like, I feel like that'd be cool. And like, that's a way better meet and greet. Like, you know what, or like, I shouldn't say that. I'd just be like, you know, you're not just getting, I'd feel way better than like, I'd feel bad. I don't know why, but like, I'm not saying anybody does. I'm just saying, like if I ever were that big to be in a situation that I was doing a meet and greet, I'd feel bad. I'd be like, I'm not giving you enough. Have some candy, man. Like you need to gain something physical out of this. Stop that. Now break another streamer's spine. Oh god. I'll bring jelly jars, put the wax seal and everything. Oh my god. Actually, you know what? That's also what I'll do. I'll do a giveaway where it's like, yeah, you know, like guess the amount of jelly beans. I'll do that as well. And every person who comes up in the meeting, I'm like, guess. You gotta guess. You have to. You got to guess. And then the first person to get it right gets it. Like, you have to guess L plus ratio. No math. I'm not gonna tell anybody it's gonna be there though. You're not gonna know in advance. I'm not gonna let you guys figure out the mathematical formula of calculating how many average should be there. You're gonna get there. I'm gonna pull up a curtain, be like, look, see that? How many? Guess. And you're gonna have to right then and there. You're gonna have to write that in there. Guess to me how many jelly beans you think are in it. And if you get it wrong, you get it wrong. No math, you absolute hooligans. I know some of you definitely know how to calculate that kind of thing. Oh my god. they're not buying it. You're more legally in the clear than if they are. Gifted food has far less protection than soul food. Physical thing, I will gain pride absolutely bought in you. Oh my god, in a video game TwitchCon. You could not, so L. Eh. I mean, Pink, I'll just hand out candy and then label it do not consume. Not for consumption. And if you choose to do so anyway, that's on you, man. It'll just be normal candy, but I'll label it not for consumption. Then I don't gotta worry about it. I'll be like, hey man, I said don't eat it. It's on you. I've been zoned out for an hour, holy cow. Yo! I've heard I have that effect on people. Just look at MJ. MJ's here for like 4 hours constantly. Oh my god. Well, I mean, hopefully that means that you enjoyed yourself. My favorite band, The Main, literally shamed all the bands at Warped Tour. Did free meet and greet with the tagline, why would you pay to meet a band? Exactly, like, that's the thing. Like, I feel bad. Like, I know Twitch is like, oh, you can't do it for free, like, inside or whatever. Like, they require it to be like a ticket thing. Which Twitch is so, you know what's messed up to me about, like, and why I don't think I would ever, even if I was big, I don't think I could ever do one with Twitch unless there was, like, proof that they had changed. There's people who paid and did not get to meet the person they wanted to meet. Because they just, like even, like, they could have been assigned a line to creators they don't even care about. Like, the ticket was just to the meet and greet area, and then Twitch just divvies you out? And also there's not a guarantee you get to meet the person. Like, it was so scummy. It was genuine, like, it boggles my mind. Like, because I know that happened to people, because they were going to meet, I forget who. I think they wanted to meet, like, one of the, like, Minecraft YouTubers or whatever. But anyway, while they were there, they ended up being like, yeah, I didn't get to meet any of the ones I wanted to. Not that they didn't necessarily, like, know the people they did get to see, but they didn't get to pick who they wanted to go meet. Which is such a messed up thing, man. Mathematical thing anyway, because I'm good at numbers. No, you couldn't. I remember reading about someone whose coworker would not stop taking his lunch, so he labeled it extremely clearly, and then didn't work. Wrote, do not eat poison and something like that. Laced it with lags at his coworker, and it got sick and tried to sue. Couldn't build a case because who eats food that is clearly labeled poison? Yeah, absolutely. You have to do that. Same with if it's ever gonna be the case where you, like, do that trick where you, like, make the food really, really spicy. You have to be able to personally eat it yourself. And the reason I say that is because that protects you. If you could say, no, I just like it really spicy. And then you have to, they'll probably be like, okay, eat some then. And then eat some. And then you have to be able to power through it, basically. Like, that's the thing. You can't do that if you personally can't have the spice either, because then it's like a targeted thing. Because even though they should not be eating your food, it's the same way that, like, in many states, even if somebody breaks into your home, like, you can't, like, legally you can't have booby traps. You can't set up booby traps, because even if somebody's breaking in, if they're caught in the booby trap, you've harmed them, and then they can sue you, even if they broke into your home. Like, that's a whole thing. I want a signed photograph of David. Can I have that if I see you at TwitchCon? So long as I remember, yes. So long as I remember, or it's brought, then yes. I will personally, if I'm ever big enough to be at a TwitchCon for that reason, I will personally design and figure out how David writes his own name. I will work on that signature. I have studied calligraphy. I can figure it out. I saw notice and stared at his face. Oh, okay. Well, that's disassociation, my friend. I hear that's not fun. Not that I've ever done it personally. I would never. I hope you're doing okay though. Oh my god. The major reason for that is EMTs and stuff like that. Yeah. The main reason for not booby trapping your house is for cops. More than EMTs, but yeah, we say EMTs, but more it's because if a cop's injured because they came into your house, even if they got the wrong house and it wasn't warrant, like they didn't have a warrant for your house and they shouldn't have been there anyway, it is far more of a protection against for cops than it is for EMTs. But yeah, Endermen, when they look at them from points of, so you have chosen death. I mean, they like to think that, but I've never lost. I've never lost the Enderman, I must say. I'll design it, David. Pleasure. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, what? Guys, we're going to Twitch. Everybody in the van! Ew, unrelated. Cops? Yeah, no, that's entirely the reason for the anti-booby trap. Is just because because a cop can check some places. Depending on your state, a cop can spot check certain places based on reasonable suspicion. Even if nothing's found, they had the right to search due to reasonable suspicion. But if you booby trapped your car and it injures the officer, they were operating under what's reasonable suspicion, which is a really gray area in the law. And so then you've assaulted an officer. Basically, it becomes a crime of you assaulting, or if they're physically injured, and that doesn't count like death or anything else. So that anyway, that gets into a whole other aspect of it. But yeah, so it's absolutely to protect cops. That is where that originates from, more so than EMTs. Though those people also get the benefit of that being like a law. But yeah. In a 1v1, what if you encountered many? Well, I don't have to worry about that. There's just literally nowheres I've never seen. I think the most I've seen together is 2. Maybe once I saw 3, but nah, they're pretty solo creatures. They don't really hang out a lot. I don't really have to worry about getting swarmed by them. They don't really swarm. It's not really their thing. It's not really their MO. What? Why is there 3 of you guys? What's this trio going on here? The 3 amigos, man. What is all this? Jesus. Not Nap talking about the van right after saying he's gonna go for. I was referencing Edward. I was referencing the fact that we all say we pile into the van anytime we road trip on the message. What? Why? Why? I want a soup plush and a feather. Oh my god. Yeah, chat is, you know what? All the OGs get to put in their requests for specifics. All y'all with your OG tickets, you got your claim here OG ticket. You can put in a claim for something specific, and that could be what we do for that. All y'all will get the free pass of like, oh yeah, you get something specific at the meet and greet. I almost fell into a that's pretty deep ravine. I mean, I don't think I'd die from that height, but you never know. Oh man, actually, wait. I wonder if I can. One second. One second. Is that here? Is that? Manage. No, I don't really need to do that. Start prediction. I don't need to do that. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. No, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I don't know why that says 5. Never mind. I was gonna do. So there's this thing on Twitch called like a moment. And you can make something of a moment. I've never done it before. It's like a little thing that you can do on Twitch. And I was like, yeah, sure. You know what? I could make a moment. It's meant to. It's like clipping, but it's like a more prestigious clipping. Because the only people who can see and claim it are the people who were there in the moment, and then you can claim it like you have to click OK and claim it as a moment, and then you get it as like like in a side category for yourself, and I get to see it, and I get to see who has that moment and who doesn't, yada yada yada, and it's a whole thing for like, you know, like because that's been like a whole thing on Twitch for like the last couple of years of like the whole like I was here during whatever. So, milk moment. Oh my god. No, but yeah, so I was gonna do that to be like, oh yeah, we'll make it a moment, and that way you can physically be like, I was there to be able to claim my physical object, given to me by Nap, but at the first meet and greet or whatever. But well, it says 5 next to it, and I'm like, does that mean I only get 5 of these forever? Because I don't really want to waste that on this. I don't really want to waste that on this. Make it a, oh my god, yeah, I'll just make it a roll on the Discord. So true, King, so true. I'll just start wandering. I didn't even mean to go this way. I love the mustache house rating Mesa. Oh my god, why are you calling it a mustache house? What do you mean a mustache house? What does that mean? It's just a little barn style roof. Got a little side to it. What do you mean a mustache house? What is that? What are you saying? Actually, why is this even here? I don't need this to be like this. What? Like, what part of this is mustache? Perfect. What are you talking about? I don't know. Pink said this is like a mustache house from the front. What's mustache about this? What's mustache? Back up. Why did you do this to me? Why did you do this to me, Pink? What did I do to you? What did I ever do to you? Why did you choose to do this to me? Why can I have nothing in life? Why can nothing just be good? What? Oh my god. I mean, yeah, you're right. It does look like a mustache. Okay? Awesome. That was intended. As intended. It was meant to look like that. I don't care what anybody says. It was always meant to look like that. And if anybody says otherwise, they're a fake and a fraud. Yeah, we'll check this here. We're gonna go pick up this stuff. Let's shave it for later. Oh my god. Shave it for later. You know what? You know what? Oh my sweet Jesus. Wow! 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 Oh man, did you guys, total sidebar. So today I was watching this like Wired, you know how like Wired puts out those like the magazine company Wired, they put out those little videos randomly with different like experts in whatever field and stuff like that, like answering Twitter questions and the like. You know, that's like a thing they do. Also, fun fact, Wired originally marketed itself, it came into existence in 1993. As I told you, I was researching 1993 earlier. It came into existence in 1993, and when it came into existence, it was like it referred to itself as the what do you call it? The no. It referred to itself as the Rolling Stone of technology magazines, which is an interesting little title to give itself. But anyway, so they did one with like Yo-Yo Ma, which if you don't know who Yo-Yo Ma is, he's a cellist. He's a world-renowned cellist. He's been a world-renowned cellist for like, I don't know, since forever. I don't know, like 40 years. But anyway, I was just thinking about it today while watching it, and while watching it, I was like, wow, this is like a really interesting video, just because he's answering like questions about like classical music and cellos and all these other things, and that's just like interesting to see at times. because you know it's cool to see someone a master of their craft kind of thing talk about their craft, or at least it is to me. I like seeing that. But what is also interesting beyond that is it made me really think about the fact that, man, this guy was why was this guy just randomly on the TV show Arthur at one point? And also, why was he a pro wrestler? Like, what did he like know that they were gonna make him a pro wrestler with like a chair like attack in the ring as Yo-Yo Ma, just as himself? Like that blows my mind. Yo-Yo Ma just was a pro wrestler on Arthur. He has never wrestled a day in his life. Why the Arthurification of Yo-Yo Ma occurred in our lifetime, I assume. Arthur had many guest stars. I know it had many. I just never thought, like, where else has Yo-Yo Ma been a guest star? Who else can claim, oh yeah, that's Yo-Yo Ma? You know what I mean? Neil Gaiman was also on. That is less surprising. Okay, Yo-Yo Ma doesn't do that kind of thing a lot. People don't ask Yo-Yo Ma to do that kind of thing a lot. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not something that happens a lot. At least not to my knowledge. Like, at the very like with those other scenarios, it's like, yeah, sure, that's you know, like, that's how that works. I suppose. But like, I don't know, there's something about it being Yo-Yo Ma that blows my mind. Like, something about that just screams at me like, wow, this is bonkers. Brick. I mean, maybe I'm blowing it out of proportion. I don't know, man. But like, for me, I'm like, hey, Yo-Yo Ma, what you doing? Sounds like Yo-Yo needed to be humbled, so they made him a pro wrestler. Oh my god. It's not even like, I'm sure he was very happy to do it kind of thing. Like, I'm sure it's just nobody asks him to do that kind of thing. He just like agreed. But it was just one of those things that I was just thinking about the day. I was just like, that, I don't know, like, have you never experienced that where you're like watching a show and someone who's like a guest star randomly, you're like blown away just because you're like, wait, what? Why? What's the connection here? Why are they doing this? Like, for what and for why? They're not even like that's another thing. Like, it's like he's not even an actor or a writer or anything like that. Like, he has no reason to be doing this. He's just a cellist, like a world, like a beautiful cellist. Don't get me wrong, he's a beautiful soul of like a person. I really admire Yo-Yo Ma. I'm not a cellist myself, but I admire his study of classical music and the like, because I'm big on classical music. But beyond that, like, it's peculiar. It's just odd. It feels strange. But the man kept on yoing is all they could think of. Oh my god. ASMR voice right now. You know what? It's probably for the best. It's probably for the best. I need to chill out anyway. Breathe, chatters. You know what? Well, let's do a breathing exercise. All right, everybody. Come on. Breathing exercise time. All right. Ready? We're gonna breathe in. We're gonna breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. All right, you ready? All right. Ready? Breathe in. And out. And I feel nice. Yeah. Yeah. Breathe in, reset. Breathe. I'll hold my breath. I would outlast you. I guarantee I could hold my breath longer than you could. I guarantee it. Yo, Cucumber, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. What are we doing? The horror train? I haven't actually set a date. I mean, it could be this Friday. Could be another day. I have no idea. I've not actually set a date for when I want to do it. You know, I highly doubt it. I am spiteful. Yeah, I highly doubt it. That's all. I just highly doubt it. It's not impossible. Like, I'm sure that, like, there's definitely people who can hold their breath longer than I can. It's not like no one in the world can. It's not like I'm holding it for 12 minutes at a time, but like, you know, I'm not like Tom Cruise deep diving kind of thing. I just mean, you know, I doubt it. I just doubt it. All right, that's all. Do I have a hoe on me? I do have that. If I have sticks, I can make a hoe. I like to see it before my prof suplexes me, but chatters can't be choosers. Oh my god. No, alright, yeah, in that case, I don't know what you guys do on Friday. But that's the thing, like, I didn't do it last Friday, namely because I had kind of said I wasn't going to do it last Friday when the goal was originally hit. But I should do it, because I don't want it to get too far away. Like, the goal was hit, so I don't want it to get too far away from that. I just, at the time, had been like, oh yeah, I won't, because at the time I was like, oh, if nobody's or if Totally Human's not available, then I don't want to do it. But that's because Totally Human just said like, oh, he won't be available for like the next little while on Fridays or whatever kind of thing. I was like, oh, well, then in that case, I'm just gonna do it, whatever. Because Picas likes to challenge that. Yeah, I mean, like, I just doubt it, man. I mean, yeah, I swam too. Like, that's, anyway, we're not getting into what I haven't done with my life. You don't need to know what I do and don't do. You don't need to know. You don't need to know what I haven't done. It reveals too much. I must stay mysterious. But no, yeah, no. That's part of what got me into trumpet, but anyway, that's a whole nother thing. But also, yeah, I guess you guys do know trumpet. Yeah, so focus on that bit. That's the reason I can hold my breath a lot. Yes. Just that. No, don't do that. Two, three, four. This side's just gonna be a bit of carrots. Just a couple of carrots. And like so, like that, perfect. I'm too competitive for this. I don't know why. What? Anyway. Chad, you just gotta realize, I'm just, the perfect human specimen. Oh my god. I wonder if someday we'll ever get to meetups. I hope so. I'm hoping we'll be like nearing that ballpark maybe by the end of 2023. That makes sense. Like in a year's time, I'm hoping we're like nearing that kind of ballpark where it would at least make sense to like consider it. You know what I mean? Like, cause like currently it's more like a pipe dream, if anything. Which isn't a bad thing. I mean, don't take that like as a bad. I just genuinely mean, I'm just like, yeah, like I don't know how that kind of a thing could or would be like financed or whatever at this point due to, like just money. Which is not me asking, that's me just saying, like, that's just how life works. And I have things I do and stuff like that through days and the like, so anyway. But yeah, I'm hopeful, and if it does, oh man, I'm just hoping I can make the most of it. Like, I just want to be able to, like, I mean, I guess I have to. I did promise Oliver I would. I did promise Oliver he could endeavor to try to lift me. He has no idea, like, the proportions of how I am as a human. He just lifted Sharkbait when they met up, and I think he's just decided that means he must lift everybody he meets. And, he's a good kid, so yeah, fair enough. For anonymous factor, ooh, a knitted balaclava. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna wear like a full face mask. Why not? And then we're gonna need to do like another one down here-ish. Where's my shovel? Where is my shovel? Give water me, give. I should be able to set down my bucket so that the water can just go into it from the rain. I mean, I shouldn't. That's dumb. But also I should, because I'm me. And that means I should have special things. Pow, pow. Is that a grass block? Okay. Yo, two pipes. Mongolian throat singing is fire. That's true. It is. It's a very impressive art form. I find it very, very interesting. I have no idea how they pitched their voice that way. Like I've had it explained. I just don't think for the life of me I could do it myself. Baklava. I mean, baklava is a food. It's actually delicious. I've had it a few times. It's genuinely a delicious food, or I should say baklava, not baklava. But yeah, it's called baklava. It's also referenced in Aladdin, where they're like, have a little more baklava. 40 thieves. Ah, Sherazade had 1,000 tales. What about you in luck? Cause up your sleeve, you got a brand of magic that never fails. Got some power in your corner now. Some heavy. Who and how all I gotta do run. Let me take you on the shoulder. You ain't never had a friend like me. I've actually never seen that movie. Like I know that song and like I've seen clips. Don't get me wrong. I've just never actually seen that movie. I've not seen a lot of the main Disney movies now that I think about it. Like I've seen a few of them. I don't know. I didn't see I've never seen like I don't know, movies like what are some big ones? I've never seen like Goofy movie or Aladdin or Little Mermaid or Mulan or Lady and the Tramp. Saw Hercules. Saw that. I mean, I saw that like only a couple years ago, but I've seen it. Seen many Disney movies that people are shocked often. Yeah, I mean, don't worry. I can understand the shock initially, but I do wish a few more people would be a bit more like there should. I don't. Even though I'll meme it sometimes, but I really don't believe it's like a thing of like you haven't seen like there's the people haven't seen tons of movies, and also there's movies where it's like you should see it because it's art, but that doesn't mean you do see it. You know what I mean? It's like it's like vaguely important and it's like probably worth seeing, but it doesn't mean you do see it. Which means it's like it's something that you should see. There's also like most people should probably read Crime and Punishment, but it doesn't mean they do. You've never seen Aladdin? Yeah, no, I've not. Never seen Aladdin, I have seen Lion King, that one I got to see. Seen Beauty and the Beast. Hunchback, I've only seen clips of it. I don't think I've actually watched, like I've seen bits and pieces. I think I've only ever saw like the play production of that. I don't think I've ever actually seen the actual full animated Disney movie, other than like I guess I've watched like that's the thing, some of these movies I may as well have watched because I watched like I'm big on like film essay critic media kind of stuff, so I've watched people like reference them or critique them in that manner, or like use them as an example in like in animation breakdowns, and so they like explain them that way. So for that reason I basically I know the story and I know the characters roughly, and I know this like what songs are in and stuff like that, and I know a lot of the background on the movie, but I've never just personally seen the movie, you know what I mean? You haven't watched Lady and the Tramp, but yeah, you gotta pass for watching Hercules. Let's go. Yeah, I just didn't watch a lot of Disney girl. Well, hey, let me pull up. I don't think I saw many of the Disney Renaissance. Those were all ones that I don't think I saw really. Yeah, because Hercules is quite recent, so I hadn't seen it when it came. Like I hadn't seen it when it was like a kid kind of thing. Tarzan, I've never seen. Aladdin, yeah, I've not seen. Mulan, I've not seen. I guess that's all. That's all of the ones that exist for Disney Renaissance. But I've not seen any of those. And then Disney movies, classics, I guess. What else have I not seen? Oh, I've never seen Emperor's New Groove. Tangled's another one where I just know it from like essays. I've never seen Cinderella. Bambi, I've never seen. I mean, I could talk to you about these movies. Like I know lots about them. I've just never personally seen them. I think I watched Pinocchio once. I've never watched. No, I have watched Dumbo. I think I was very, very, very young, and I think it got put on for me. I've never watched Hocus Pocus. Never watched what? I don't even know what Parent Trap is. Oh yes, I do. I've heard of that one. That's the weird. Yeah, I've never watched it, but I've heard of it. Etc. Etc. Like lots of these are just ones that like if my parents didn't like rent it, like or like if they didn't like go online and like rent it and whatever, then like how would I have watched it? Like, so I don't know. For lots of these movies, it was just a situation of that. Dear Lord, Notre Dame's Children of God song, Baby Ball. Oh no, look at this thing. Hunchback is one of my favorite Disney villain songs. Like Hellfire is my favorite Disney villain song. I personally believe that. Or not personally believe, I know it is. And it's a beautiful movie. It's the same way, like, musically, I have seen Pocahontas, which is interesting, because artistically and musically, Pocahontas is quite beautiful. It's just a shame of, like, other elements that went on. It was a well-intentioned movie that fell very short because of production issues. It's a very interesting tale, because it was, like, one of the first movies that actually tried to even incorporate, at least some, that dealt with Native issues, that tried to incorporate the voices of Native people. Like it asked, like, tribe members and stuff like that, and historians who were, like, studying and stuff like that, to, like, try to be at least somewhat honest and truthful to the idea. So, like, it was at least well-intentioned, but it bungled a lot of it, and there's other elements, like the aged-up aspect, and the, like, attempt to kind of add, like, a sort of femme fatale look to Pocahontas and all these other things. But there's moments in that movie that, like, are Les Mis levels of, like, score production. Like, the score in that movie is at times, like, as comparable to stuff like that. Bungled is a good word. Yeah, I think it's a perfect word, because I think it's the kind of word to use when it was well-intentioned, but things went awry and got mixed up, messed up. Certain things that they meant well in one part, but didn't understand why another part they did was not, like, very respectful. Like there was elements like that. So it's like in the romance aspect and stuff like that. But yeah, same with how are you burning? Aren't you in armor? Isn't that like a whole thing that you can't burn with armor on? Oh, I guess he doesn't have a helmet. But how are you not burning? Wow! Obliterated. Woo! But yeah, a lot of people, I think the one I get the most flack for is honestly Emperor's New Groove. That's the one that I've had the most people be like, you've never seen? But I'm like, do I need to? I mean, I know the, like, wrong lever! And pull the lever crunk, and I know it's cultural impact. And I know they're like, right, poison for Cusco's poison. I know all the bits. I just, like, because that's what the internet does for you. I've just never, like, that one I don't really actually know the story of, I should say. That's one I've never really watched a video essay on. In the same way that, there's lots of things, like, I know by Lego set. I don't know lots of them from, you seem like a person who has Emperor's New Groove as a core member. See, and that's the thing, I've never seen it, though. I don't even know what that's meant to mean, but yeah, no, I've never seen it. Like, the Disney movies that I was shown was, like, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, which came out in, like, which I adore. Like, if you've never heard, I think you've definitely heard me before be like, Portobello Road, Portobello Road, which is from that movie, which is like a movie, I think that came out in, like, I don't know, 1950 something. Like, it's a really weird movie, but I adore it. I think it's like a young Angela Lansbury and stuff like that. But yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, it was great. It's like live action, but then animation comes into it, and there's like this cool magic element because it's this witch. So there's like the story of Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I adore. It's this witch living in modern day England, or this woman who has magic who's trying to like learn more about being a witch. But it's during World War II, so she does her part for like the nation or whatever, and takes in to foster like some kids. But then while doing that, like she's trying to hide the fact that she does magic from them and all these other things, and they have to like follow around like all these other. Anyway, I'm not gonna spoil the whole thing, but it's like this really cool little thing. It's very British, if that makes sense as well. I mean, it's set in Britain, so that makes sense, but it's like a very British. You know what I mean? When you like watch something, you're like, oh wow, this is British. Like you know when you watch like a British TV show, and you're like, oh, okay, I can feel the difference. You should watch a video essay on it if it's not interesting, full movie, which I think you'd enjoy the full movie because the stories of how the movie came to be are wild and such a ride. And that's the thing. It's like, well, I mean, I have since seen El Dorado, but yeah, like how I got to watch El Dorado was because I watched video essays on it first. I watched Sinbad. I think I saw Sinbad. I think that one. I think I accidentally rented that. I think I didn't realize a credit card was hooked up, and I just was like, oh wow, it worked. I clicked buy, and it just worked. So I remember my parents being unhappy about that. But oh well. It's like a DreamWorks movie. It's actually DreamWorks, like I think worst performing movie ever. It did poorly, very poorly. Sinbad was awesome. Oh, what a great, like what a fantastic movie. Sinbad's a good movie. Did you see Prince of Egypt? Yes, I did. I love Prince of Egypt. We actually owned it, which is weird because we're like, it's not like I was. Anyway, that's not important. But anyway, yeah, we actually like owned that one. That was, I think it was like a gift or something like that. But anyway, that one's beautiful. That is genuinely, like, to this day, that is like a titan of an animated movie. That's the thing. I don't want to get too like, I don't know, weirdly like filmy on you. I could talk about these movies in ad nauseum in terms of like their impact on like culture or like what they did or like lots of movies I'd never seen I could still talk to, simply because like I know everything there is to know about it. I just didn't sit down and watch it, if that makes sense, which I mean does mean there is more to know. It's just like, who's got the time? I can 2 times speed a video essay and then I have it going. I can 2 times speed the video essay. I watch TikTok at the same time. I gather both, you know, or I have the video essay going while I write like a paper. It is great. It's grand. Or sometimes I just watch the video essay because I get distracted by it because I like that kind of thing. You ever seen 9? I'm not actually sure what that is. Who made Prince of Egypt? Yes. Prince of Egypt is a rage-based movie. It is a movie built made. Oh, it's such an interesting story. All from rage. I actually kind of want to do a video on the Prince of Egypt at some point, which I wasn't gonna do ever. But then I remember Mythic was here once and I mentioned it, was like, do it, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I will. There is such a genuine. I have like 1.5 to 2 hours worth of content I could say to it. A lot of it probably like sort of repeated, so I want to do it like condensed down to like a 40-minute video essay. But there is so much I could say. Writing about no, I have not. That's not due for like another week. So that is on a back burner. But no, I'm getting a pretty good way in. It's very interesting. Like, she's always been an interesting artist. I just like, it's interesting to like pull back more and more and more. Like a lot of my knowledge of Lady Gaga weirdly comes from her jazz album, because I just like listened to at the time was listening to a lot of Tony Bennett, because he had in his band that he toured with, he had a really solid first trumpet that I was trying to emulate the sound of in high school, because I was like always listening to it, like the little licks that he'd do, because he was like amazing. He blew me away. I always tried to emulate his sound because it was such like a interesting like aspect to it. Prince of Persia? I've never actually seen that, though I do know they made a game. Saw it once. I like the bird helmet. Oh my. You're speaking my language. The Prince of Egypt speaks to my soul. Please do it. I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's such an interesting. Like, oh, the near collapse of Disney. Like, so much is tied up into it. Like, oh my god. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into it because I need to save something for that video. But yeah, it's like this really beautiful film that like deserves a whole 40-minute piece on it. I only know it was a game at one point. I guess I do know it was a movie. I just don't think of the movie first. I feel like I think of the game, though I've never actually watched the movie. What jazz thing are you trying to imitate? Oh, the licks. So like the first trumpet for Tony Bennett's band, whenever he would whenever he's playing live kind of thing. I don't know his name because I just know I can visually see him in the YouTube video and he's always the same guy. And it was during the time he was touring with that album that him and Lady Gaga did. And his first trumpet just does these really great solos. I really like just his general, like, I'm not sure, at some points I think it's an embouchure thing. At other points, like, his fingering's really fantastic to that degree, but it's just his sound, man. It's just his sound. His way of playing, it's like as though Chet Baker and, like, I don't know, Wynton, yeah, it's like a mix of Chet Baker and Wynton Marsalis with, like, but able to be as bombastic as kind of a more Wayne Bergeron, which are all different trumpet players. Don't worry about it. But like, it's almost, it has some bebop to it though. It has some of Dizzy Gillespie, who's like a fantastic trumpet player. I had this really weird thing. So like, funny enough, he actually ended up. He has two really weird things about how Dizzy Gillespie always played. One, he would blow up his. He had a nickname Bullfrog. He'd blow up his lips whenever, or his. He'd blow up his cheeks when he was playing like a bullfrog. You're not meant to do. It's actually a very bad thing to do when you're trying to when you're trying to play trumpet, typically. But he also, because once when he was quite young, a teen, like becoming a jazz artist, he fell on his trumpet before going on, and it bent the horn straight up, and he just played with it anyway, and it became his thing. So he's famous for like having a trumpet with a horn bent to the sky, like its bell. I mean, like the bell of the trumpet is bent upwards towards the sky, and then his cheeks he'd puff it like a bullfrog. Speaking of 1993, Dizzy Gillespie dies in 1993. Good lord, it's a stream of 1993. My god. Did you meet Tim Burton? Me personally? No, I've never met Tim Burton. Why? Watch channel. What stream started that Edward got me distracted? So blame him. Oh my god. Actually, funny enough, I'm working on a video that Tim Burton's referenced in. I am currently working on a video essay that I want to do for YouTube. That's like a whole interesting thing. But yeah, I digress. I don't want to spoil too much on that. I think it's going to be a really interesting video, or at least I'm interested in the subject. And I try to make something that I think you will find interesting too. Like, I want it to be something that you would put on and, I don't know, eat dinner to or something like that kind of thing. Like, that's what I want from a video essay. Or maybe that's because that's what I do with video essays. I'll have to put them on if I'm like gonna eat something. I'm like, oh, this is something to watch while I eat. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. I don't. Is it just like, do you guys eat meals like at tables alone? I know like a lot of like older people still do that. Like they don't like I never did it in front of a TV. That was never really my thing. That didn't interest me at all. But like a lot of people seem to like be totally like I don't know. For me, I eat meals at like on a side table that I bring to my computer, and then I just like watch YouTube while I eat. I don't know. Like I'm always like maybe it's bad that I'm always consuming content. Maybe I should just sit at a table alone and like with no phone for TikTok or anything like that. Maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe I'm. You know what? I'm not gonna think about what I am anymore. I don't need to get introspective on stream. You don't need to know that. Now called it Street Triple. And I need to steal it from them. Oh my god. I don't like eating alone, really. That's why I have something going on my phone. Yo. I do that when I'm feeling fancy. When I want to feel fancy, I'll turn on some nice music, pour a glass of juice. Yeah. Well, no, I have done that. Like, if I've made, like, a nice meal, like there was once I cooked a pork loin. That was, because it was just on sale at, like, a butcher I was at and type of thing. And I like, it was one of those, like, things that takes like half a day to like get both that cooked slowly and then also like do up like a side. Like normally I just do like for me I'll just do like one pot kind of thing, but Anyway, I digress. I wanted to like get better at pork loin because I thought that would impress. Anyway, anyway, disregard that bit. But anyway, so yeah, Jesus Christ. What was I saying? Pork loin, right? I made pork loin at that point, and then for stuff like that, yeah, I just like eat it kind of like without like not at a computer because I want it to be like a fancy or whatever. But yeah, before I watch YouTube with meals, I would read a book. So yeah, okay. I also watch while I eat. A moment alone with my sons is a moment wasted. So true, King. That's for when I'm about to fall asleep that happens. Anyway, who cares? Rethink his life choices. Nah, not really. Constantly consider the content probably isn't good, but watching something with dinner isn't inherently bad. Just be sure you're having screen breaks throughout the day. Yes. Screen break. Well, no, don't worry. I go from like school or work where I have the bad screen, and then I go home and I have the good screen. It's different. That's funny. I think it's funny. Anyway, chatters, that's gonna be the end of the. It's gonna be the end of the stream. It's you know what? I'm gonna call it here. I'm getting too honest on May. Let's call it here, chatters. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I will see you come Friday, probably, maybe, though maybe not, but probably. Maybe a little horror stream, maybe a little tank engine action, you know, who knows? Maybe I will choose to do something. All right, chatters. I do hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. I hope you have a fantastic week. I wish you the best of luck. The lot of you deserve the world. Enjoy the rest of your evening, chatters.